We live.
Hello, everybody, and thanks.
I didn't interrupt the intro.
No, it wasn't.
last
That was
time, did
Egg.
you know?
Nice one.
Fuck. Is this the first time that Egg has fucked up the intro?
I didn't mean to. I just said
No.
we're live. You didn't say anything, so I said we're live again. So now you're the one fucking
I'm
up
very-
the intro.
I was saying stuff.
I'm very proud of you, Egg.
Well, say
Fucking-
more stuff. Get on with it. Chop chop.
All right,
Yeah.
fine.
DM.
Hello, welcome to PATHCO. I'm the DM. Mon. These are the players. Jack,
Hello.
Egg, Hag. No,
Hag.
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 Ugh,
Hag.
that's the fusion. then.
Fusion.
The worst ship. It's the worst ship.
Woof.
Fusion.
The worst
Anyhow,
ship.
why
Hey,
don't
welcome
you
to
guys tell me
PATHCO.
where we left
We
off
already
last time.
We assaulted an innocent old man in one of our most heroic escapades yet. And that was it. That was the whole set. We also found out that Saint Sartoria is probably the avatar of Super Death, the Demon Lord.
Again, too.
And
Specific.
and then Captain Magoo, the armor man,
Barfus?
arrived, and he
Barfus.
said, "I'ma fuck you up."
Oh,
And then the Pokemon Wild Battle music started
Yeah.
playing.
Oh, and there was a weird little demon thing who had escaped from one of our previous
Yeah.
encounters.
Oh,
We had
yeah,
to go
that
and
guy.
get him.
The old Ringo Bell man. He arrived.
That asshole.
Mm.
There he is.
Yeah, he was a dick.
That's right. Ringer Bellman, my favourite Death Stranding character.
I know nothing about Death Stranding.
Listen,
At
I
this
played
point-
it and I know nothing about that game either.
Oh. Okay,
I mean,
well there you go.
isn't the whole meme that nobody knows anything about Death Stranding?
I'm really hoping that every time someone downloads Death Stranding, it actually ships a different game.
That would be honestly like. At this
Someone,
point, I don't know
someone
what to
got
expect
Super
from
Mario Brothers 2, and they're like, I don't understand any of this.
it. Yeah, jeez. Okay, so you guys are in the Blackwater Cathedral. Indeed, you've just taken out Bishop Mendacius.
We didn't take him out. He's still alive.
We tied him to a chair, like all good heroes.
Yeah, I mean,
We assaulted an old man.
yeah, you.
Listen,
you,
look,
in any
this is
case,
the
He's
second
still-
time you've
out of
assaulted
business.
and kidnapped an old man this
What do you
campaign,
mean the
so-
second time?
He was a weird kid.
We did it for Amos Payne too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit, I
That's
forgot
fine. It
about
worked
Amos
out with
Payne.
Amos Payne. And we know at least that this bishop guy is complicit. He's part
You
of
know-
it, even if he's not an actual demon.
If I was putting on a northern accent, that could have all been in character.
Okay, so the first thing that I would like you guys all to do is roll initiative.
Roll a reflex
Roll
save.
initiative.
He's breathing fire.
Yeah.
I mean, that could honestly happen.
Don't give him
oh dear.
ideas.
Booyah!
Oof.
Dave sneezes and hits his head on the chair in front of him.
Thyra somehow goes Bradley Cooper in Limitless and gets an 18.
All right, let me.
Nice.
This isn't Dave's roll. This is Delta's roll.
Wait, is she wearing armor?
Yes. I mean, I assume she's wearing
Well, we
something.
We did the whole dream fight thing, and I want to make sure she was still wearing her armor.
Ooh,
Yes.
Nice.
Because I feel like
21.
God damn.
Oh,
Well,
nice
that
work,
means
Sigmund.
at least I get lots of time to think about what the fuck I'm going to do.
it says a lot that me and Sigmund rolled the same thing for our initiative roll.
That's the difference
So-
Mithril makes. The Mithril guarantee.
I like that we, did so much running to get up there, and now we have to do all the same amount
Running
of
back
running to get
again.
back. Shit. Fuck.
Well,
Do pews count as dangerous terrain?
in
I'm
terms
sorry,
of that,
pews count as dangerous?
Yeah, like, are they gonna half our movement?
Yeah, they are difficult terrain.
Unless you
That's
roll
what I
like a sick acrobatics to jump along the top of them.
Yeah,
that'd be
I
good.
will allow that.
Good thing Glanvar's heading up the party, by the way. Our tank, Glanvar,
mm,
who is well within movement range of the bad guy, presumably. Lovely.
So, then I need to roll initiative for Pate.
Oh yeah, we got Pate and his friend
Lisa.
Duncan. That's it, yeah.
Duncan.
Okay.
Lisel.
Duncan.
I was close.
We were pretty close.
Yeah. On
okay,
average.
I'm gonna add his turn.
Don't forget to roll initiative for the heavily injured priest.
Oh yeah, honestly.
Is he a participant
Okay,
in
what's
this
it?
in any way?
He can
know
go on the
what?
demon's turn.
No, I'm actually gonna put him in there. I'm gonna put him on 0 initiative, and I'm gonna put him in there.
Oh shit, Hugh isn't in the fight.
No,
No,
Hugh went off with the
Pete-
others because he can dig.
Put
Oh, 'cause
Hugh
we
on
could
the
have
turn
put-
tracker.
We could have put Hugh on our captive. That would have been good.
Yeah. Okay,
That's
and then I
truly
need to roll
cruel and
for
unusual
Excel.
punishment.
Okay.
I want interspersed shots of Hugh running through like a busy city street and then through like across like a snowy mountain, and like he's desperately trying to reach Pate.
Being
Oh,
chased by
it's got the
Fat Boy.
cut. It's got the cutting in the corner like the One Punch Man game.
Yeah.
It's One Punch Pate.
One punch fade.
Brother Glanvar, what is your dex mod?
Shit, his name's Hugh. God damn it.
Yes.
5.
5. Okay.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, that's why he does
First.
16.5 or
It's a
16.05.
I
fast boy.
see.
Speedy boy.
Yeah, and then I need to add Barthus on there as well.
Nah, I think we're
I'm
probably
going to
good.
get prepared and start looking at my summoned list.
That's a good idea.
I should probably just have the summon monster page bookmarked at this point. I look it up like every session. Even if I don't want to
Probably a
fight,
good
I just
idea.
like using utility summons.
Okay.
Ah, dang it! Land Archon's level 3. Oh, bummer.
Do you not have any level 3 slots yet left?
No, I do, but
Dang.
with summon monster, I could use summon monster 3 to summon like I think it's 1d4 level 2 monsters, or like 1d6 level 1 monsters. So I could have had a bunch of Latin Archons, but I'll just have one.
Okay.
Nah, fair.
Sigmund, it is your turn. You can start.
Well, there's good news and there's bad news. The good news is I'm within charge range of the demon.
Oh.
Bad news
The
is
bad news is
Gladvar's probably going to have
in
to
the
make
way.
some kind of acrobatics and reflex save for this to go down. But Sigmund trusts Glanvar's. Assuming that the DM will allow it.
I mean,
Sigmund's gonna
talking's a
just
free
I will allow
action.
that.
You can yell, Glanvar, watch out, and then do it.
this is true. I will definitely allow Glanvar to make a reflex save to not be in the way of that charge.
He's generally pretty good at those.
Plus 11.
Yep, that's pretty good.
Mhm.
Oh, that's very
pretty
good.
31. That's a crit.
Shit.
Teleport to the other side of the room.
Okay, guys.
we get
what
some, like,
happens?
bullet
How
time.
do you guys do this?
Well, I'm charging in, and I imagine there's some kind of bullet time, but I'll let
Oh, yeah.
Glanvar describe what happens as I'm.
He just does a standing. The scene in Matrix when Neo just from dead standing just spins and jumps into the air.
Nice.
Oh,
He
yeah.
just does that.
Nice.
This
Okay,
beautiful
so
beard
you
trailing
charge
behind him
Sigmund.
midair.
Weapons forward. Roll your attack.
Yeah, and this is a charge. So do I get plus? I get +2 on the attack and -2 to my AC.
Yes.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, and I'll attempt
Also,
to.
as a note, as you charge in, sort of into combat with him, you see that you're sort of surrounded by this smoke, this vapor that's steaming, as you can see on the art, that's sort of steaming out of his flaming sort of insides.
Ew.
Make your attack.
That seems
Oh
bad.
well,
His
this is
fiery
ill-advised.
tummy.
Good job, I'm stupid. And then he
Yeah.
hits.
That was in
Okay.
character.
Yeah. With the old Maceo of Spadio. Power attack.
Sigmund, of course, took a level in linguistics last level, and
he
can now
speaks
speak
Southern
Italian.
Common. That's basically
Nice.
Southern
Parlerei poco Italiano. Yeah, can you to it, sir?
What?
I said I can speak a little bit of Italian. My
Oh.
brother-in-law's from Sutton.
What if we did just make Southern Common Italian? How do you think that would impact
I
our level?
understood it as
In
being
my
like Spanish.
in my head, it's been Spanish.
yeah.
Oh,
Southern Mediterranean.
Alright, I'm
Okay.
down for
Or
it.
Northern Mediterranean, even. Mediterranean. Southern Europe. Okay. It's
Yeah.
Tomato Europe. The entire of Tomato Europe.
Tomato Europe.
As
the
opposed,
fuck?
as
What
opposed
is
to Potato
Tomato
Europe.
Europe?
You know, there's that split border, Potato
Ah.
Europe and Tomato Europe.
See, now that you mention it, I actually have 100% of an idea what you mean.
It's basically
Yeah.
the same as the split between beer Europe and wine Europe.
There you go.
Yeah.
Does a 32 hit this big beefy boy?
The
God, what if
32
it
does
didn't?
hit.
Thank
Fucking,
God. If it didn't, oh my God, how screwed
I'd
would
bail
we
at that point. Thyra would be like, nope.
be?
Nope.
Adventure
Right.
over. Time to go home. Hey, where the fuck is
and plus
Lord Beck
6
in all
power
this?
attack.
Oh, he's back with the bomb thing, isn't he?
Guys. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
16 point. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's
That's
pretty good.
not bad.
Okay.
It's also a magic weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Handy.
It's not cold iron though.
I see. Then that does not matter, I'm afraid. Okay. Where's my
It's
program?
worthwhile confirming.
Just to give you guys an idea, I wrote a Python program
Oh no.
to automate this guy.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Index out of array, he immediately starts bleeding. He just
basically
bursts into flames.
It's basically just because otherwise it's annoying to lose time on rolling.
Yeah. Like, hopefully, what's it look like when I hit? Like, I'm assuming some kind of 16's pretty good. Like, even if he's got damage reduction, I'm hoping I've done
Yeah,
something.
that's true. So. Okay. Okay. So, where do you strike him with the mace?
Well, he's 3 squares big. So, like, how big is this guy?
How many Daves?
This guy would be.
It was a lot from what I remember. It was like 4
2
Daves.
feet wide and 27 feet tall.
Jeez, he's like a snake. Just a
It's like
rubber
the
hose.
monster factory.
No. I don't know. It's hard for me to think in feet.
Think of Daves.
So, well,
then.
okay. So
173 cubic inches.
So, okay, here's the actual question. Where are his knees in relation to, like, Sigmund? Are like his knees where Sigmund's knees are? Are they near his chest?
His
Are they near my
knees
head?
are
Or...
his knees are at your lower chest.
Oh,
But
boy.
I'm basically... Because he's...
Kneecap him.
Yeah, basically I'm going to take him out in the knees.
Kneecap the fucker.
Be dodging around, like, between his legs and just, like, get him right in the side of the kneecap.
Nice. Okay, yeah, so you strike and you hear like a... as you strike sort of between his armor plating. And you see him sort of sag a little bit through the knee, and he shouts out, "Very good! I can see that you're a trained soldier. Come on, keep going!" And now
I
it's
would,
constant,
but I had to charge in. I couldn't
unless
full
there is
attack.
something else you want to do, Sigmund.
I'm all good.
Okay. In fact, no, I'm lying. There's nothing else I need to add. It's now Pate's turn.
Honestly, I'm just got like no weird like steam spurted out at me, to be honest.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
Weird
Yeah.
Daves,
Okay.
Steve.
Pate is going to
Concern.
move.
Taking a point of concern.
Yeah. And Pate is going to rummage through his bags, and he is going to take something out of his bag and roll it up to where's my draw shape, and roll it to here.
Huh.
And it looks sort of like a fuse grenade, but it's probably not a fuse grenade because there's nothing there.
Well, we hope it's not a fuse grenade.
Yeah, so he rolls it to there, and that's
Yeah,
his
like,
turn.
fuck that chair in particular.
Yeah. Fire in the hole, guys!
Pate's
and
favored enemy is
Will
Hughes.
going to start bardic perform. Actually, what am I talking about? They're not on the same turn. What am I doing? That was Pate's turn. Thyra, it is your turn.
I'm Thyra, and this is my turn, Thyra says. Actually, I'm
Yeah,
going to start
go
off
for
here.
it.
Thanks. Thyra is going to say, "By the power of Thor, fuck you. You're a terrible person. To the
It's not
extent that you're a person."
person.
And Thyra holds up her holy symbol for an uncomfortably long amount of time. And then eventually
6
a
seconds.
spiritual weapon comes bursting in through the window behind the enemy.
Oh, shit. Nice.
So it
Okay.
is, for the record, a big sort of stone hammer covered in runes and sort of vines and whatnot. And it sort of looms over him, behind him,
Is it good
if you
aligned?
wouldn't mind.
Okay. You are free to make a little drawing of that. I am going to check whether maybe
He's
I
not gonna
have
draw,
something.
right? He's just gonna make a little note saying hammer, probably misspelt in an amusing
Hang on.
fashion.
But of course.
Okay, that works.
Very nice. That's pretty good.
That's all
You
right.
know what? I do okay. This is why I think a Quiet Year one shot would be really good. Because,
Oh, yeah.
you know, we can... These are the
That would be
vines.
great. Yeah. Oh, nice. Cool. It's pretty big. Is it that big, do you reckon?
Yes. It's almost exactly this big, I've decided. It's also vertical, but I can't work...
Yeah, that's fair.
It'd look real weird.
Like an 8 to 10 foot, like two-handed hammer's not that out there compared to some of the stuff.
It's more like a maul or something. It's real big. I've decided.
Okay.
Right, anyway. So, sorry, I'm just double checking if I can hit it each round thereafter. Yeah, so I can hit it now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I suppose. So it'd be...
Well, I can do that with my summons, so...
Oh, dang, is it flanked?
No, it can't do flank, annoyingly. I was wondering about that too.
That's unfortunate.
Right?
Okay. Is that it?
I'm trying to work out what its plus hit modifier is.
Is it a good aligned
It can
weapon?
already attack. Very good.
Yes. I don't believe that it's a good aligned weapon.
No.
It's a magic weapon of force, so I don't believe that
Okay,
counts.
probably not then.
That does. If it doesn't explicitly say it, then it's probably not good aligned.
Yeah, it uses your base attack bonus plus your wisdom modifier as its
Nice.
attack bonus.
Okay.
That's pretty
I
good.
normally use my wisdom modifier
It's a-
to attack, so that's not...
Yeah,
like...
so that's just a standard attack then.
Yep.
Oh.
Beans.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
once
so-
again, continuing the tradition of Thyra's fucking hammer doing nothing, it bursts through the
I think
window.
that bursts through the window. It slams down on him, and instead of him moving, he's just is unmoved, and he just sort of like rings like a bell, and as it strikes on his armor.
Like whenever anyone tries to punch Saitama, just doesn't.
All right,
Yeah.
that was worth a shot regardless. I stand by my decision.
I'm proud of you,
then Thyra's
Thyra.
gonna do 1, 2, 3,
And
4. I think she gets 20 feet movement.
Yeah, I think that's right.
as
Definitely
Barthas-
not very far.
yeah, as Barthas shrugs off the
Yep, 20.
the hammer attack, he shouts to you, "Calling on your fake gods in this place. That's bold. I like it."
I mean, if
Fuck
they were
you.
fake, wouldn't nothing have happened?
That's a good point. Why would then a hammer have appeared? That's not a coincidence. How would that work?
Yeah, she's got you
Are
there,
you
mate.
shouting this across the
What do you
cathedral?
think?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
probably. Okay.
No, explain it. Come on. How would
Now
I
is the
say,
perfect
you
time
know...
to talk theology.
I mean, I'm just saying, he brought it up.
I wasn't arguing with
It is
you.
now Barthas' turn.
Barthas does not debate me, fucker.
Debate. Jeez.
Witness me!
Witness me, you fuck.
What? Are
God,
you?
imagine how much funny that movie would have been if all of the war boys had had Geordie accents.
That would have been pretty good.
Would've been
Yes,
amazing.
that's Thyra's turn, for the record.
Okay, very good. Okay, Barthas is looking down at you, Sigmund, as you're before him, and he says nothing. He is just gonna take his move action.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait. Hide that. 15. Okay. And he is going to move like this taking an attack of opportunity, so you are allowed to make that.
Am I
Does
allowed to
the
use? Am I
hammer
allowed to use?
also-
Blah, blah,
Does the
That's
hammer
a very
have
good
attack-
question? Hum.
blah. While Jack is just working that out, am I allowed to use power attack on my attacks of opportunity?
I feel like no.
I
That's my gut. And I'm not the DM.
don't see why not.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Good job I'm not the DM then, eh?
As long as you keep the relevant modifiers and stuff into
Yeah.
account, then that's fine.
Says no. I had to stack overflow it, and it said
and
no.
my charge is finished now as well, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry?
I
It's
think
only
your
for the turn
negative
afterwards,
AC
No,
remains
16
until your
doesn't hit.
turn.
Okay.
Yeah. So you try to hit him as he passes, but he's remarkably fast as he moves. His movement isn't done yet, as that was only a bit of his movement, and the rest of it he is going to use to move like this. Oh, no, like this.
Conveniently on top of the fuse grenade. Or whatever it is.
Yeah. And as a standard action, he is going to make an attack towards you, Glanvar. And
All right.
you see him. Indeed.
Run, Glanvar. He's never been in a fight before.
And
He's a pure and innocent soul.
and he raises his spear and strikes down with it.
Uh-oh.
Does a 33 hit you?
Oof.
Wow.
No.
I'm
Use your monk
invincible.
house to dodge him.
That's a hell of a whack.
That's a big old punch.
And then that is going to be 14 damage and 1 fire damage, so 15 in total.
Owie.
As he strikes down with the spear. And I think that you, being as dexterous as you are, managed to sort of sidestep it a little bit, but you see that the sort of molten metal tip sort of almost explodes as he jabs down with it. And now it is your turn, Brother Glanvar.
I'm going to stand my ground and launch a flurry of bows.
Point blank.
Okay.
Nice. If you miss, it's going to be extremely upsetting.
It's gonna bounce off, I guess.
Oh, that's I hit the wrong
That's-
button. That was a full round
That
attack.
That's a
First one
standard
hits.
attack. Yeah. So that.
Oh
is
yeah,
that-
that's a standard.
Yeah, that was my start.
Yeah,
that
that's
was a
probably
full round
not-
attack. It wasn't.
Just the second one.
Oh right, so it's not a flurry. Let's
No.
see.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Pain
That
in the
first
arse,
one
I just
hits.
wasted a second to take 2 more arrows, but oh well.
So the first one hits, and you see the arrow being embedded in sort of a kink between the armor, but you see the arrow sort of burn and melt away, and you see his flesh underneath just stitched back together. As 4 is not enough to overcome his damage reduction. And Lizelle is going to start Bardic Performance.
Sorry, just to be clear, the 24 is not good enough.
It's not good enough.
Ouch.
Okay. All right.
What
Well-
to hit? Oh shit! Right.
And Lizelle is going to start Bardic Performance. Let's put a little marker on there. And that is her turn. Dave, it's now your turn.
Okay. Dave is going to summon Archie, the Lantern Archon.
Okay.
Once again.
Is it the
Like-
same one?
I
They're
will
always the same.
go and get
Probably.
Archie.
Probably like here, next to Pate. Just hovering.
Spell effects. Here we go.
This one. There.
Where are my spell effects? Come on. There we are. Yes, load, please. Okay. No, come on.
I will take the opportunity to remind myself how the fuck And lantern knock on work.
Valid.
Okay.
Plink, plink, plonk.
Did the priest actually roll a initiative of 0? by the
No,
way?
he's beaten up. He's at the bottom of the order.
Oh, okay.
Fair,
Ah.
fair, fair.
Dick.
Here you go. Does that Aura of Menace stuff, how far does that go again?
It's 20 feet?
6 miles.
20 feet. I wasn't intending on having him in it.
Okay, let's see how... Okay, yeah, there we go.
Oh, okay, wait, he's in it. Yes. Ping. He's over there.
There you are.
There's Archie. I'm, as Dave, going to start body performance. and
I
then-
will say what you have here are tall pillars, and they do occupy those squares.
Oh, okay, he goes then.
Okay.
I assume, as Dave, I can start body performance as my move action, and then have Archie attack, so that he gets my bonuses.
Yes.
Cool. Archie is going to make some attacks. 2 at +5, to be precise. So he's probably not going to hit, but he's going to try his very hardest. I believe in you,
Okay.
Archie. Come on, Archie.
Go for it.
It's not good enough, Archie.
17. Against what kind of AC is that? Normal or touch?
Fuck. I think it's touch.
Because his
it
against
does-
his touch AC, that does hit.
It doesn't say. It just says, a lantern archon can fire beams
It
of light to
doesn't
damage
say.
foes. These light rays have a maximum range 30 feet. The attack overcomes damage reduction of any type.
Oh, right. Okay.
Beams sometimes tend to be.
Yeah, they tend to be.
Or is that rays?
Well, it's a ray, isn't
Is
it?
it a ranged touch attack of some kind?
I don't know. What
hmm.
it's
You
Let
know
me
what?
Google it.
I mean, it's a beam, right? It's magic, so I'm gonna say that is against touch AC.
Okay. Well, ray of light, which is a third party, is against touch. So
Right.
let's say yes. There you go. There is a 17
Okay.
against touch, overcoming all damage
Yes.
resistance because Archie's a beast.
That does hit.
Hooray! Take a small amount
Oh
of
yeah,
damage.
they are range touched. I'm just looking at it now.
Yay!
Yeah.
2.
Okay.
Woohoo! Nice.
Ah, yeah.
Okay.
there's a
And I get another one of those. Haha.
Nice.
noise. They also overcome damage reduction.
Yes,
I don't know if
I've
you
said that.
mentioned
That's why I summoned him.
Cool.
Because demons get it.
Archie.
Nah, that's not good.
And that's a 9. Okay.
Get him. Get him.
I need to make. That's me. And I'm going to make a little note about the fact that body performance is happening.
Okay.
What card should I make it? Let's go that
Cool. It's now the bishop's turn. He
Bring
will
in the bishop.
squirm. It is now Sigmund's turn.
Quality
Sigmund's
move
gonna
action.
Where is
move
Sigmund?
up here
Okay.
Sigmund? Oh, there you
and
are. +2s.
be like, "Hey, Captain, don't forget about me," and then just basically takes the shield of Arbello and is using it as his primary attack. Do we need to worry about the fact that it's technically on his other hand, even if it's only one attack? I think it just counts as a primary if we just use the shield, right? And he's just going to be just raking it just down like the back of
Taste some cold iron.
Nice.
Tasty,
yeah.
tasty cold
like
iron.
where
Very
all of the
nice.
ligaments and stuff are, and just like
Oh,
rake it.
yeah.
Assuming
All
he has
right.
ligaments.
Roll it.
And
And
you're
I think I
flanked.
am flanked now because
You
of
are.
Glanvar, right?
Yes, you are flanking.
Yes.
And you have
Flanking.
body performance +2s. Nice, nice, nice.
Noise.
Get all
So
them
I'm-
bonuses.
Very
I'm
good.
flanked.
Tweet.
That's true. Do I want a power attack? Because I'm getting
Yeah.
+4 from other stuff. Well, I'm not going to do a power attack this time. I'm just because I'm just like raking it down just to make sure it hits. And
Okay.
another additional modifier +2. 28.
Nice. Hopefully.
So it would have been 25
yes,
without, so
that-
it might not have hit.
Okay, that does hit.
Oof.
28. This is cold iron.
Yes.
Ah, noise.
And
Takes
the
that
damage
damage,
roll is an
non-resistance.
extra 2 from Dave's things. So that's 16 points of cold iron damage.
Fucking A.
Just basically
Nice.
gets his ligaments just right down. What's the back of like under your knee on the back of your leg called?
It's called your knee back.
Knee back. Your knee
Uh,
elbow.
below it.
16. Okay.
Your knee backside.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Inner knee.
Okay.
Inner knee. Let's go with that.
Ah, I believe that's your Achilles.
Yeah, your Achilles, just right down the back.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
So
I think it might
as you
be.
do this, as you rip the coal iron like filings and stuff on your shield through the back of his knee, you see like the flesh on it, instead of stitching back together, you see it sort of like spasm and sort of bubble, like in sort of a non-Newtonian way, as it sort of reacts very viciously to this coal iron.
Yeah, you like that, big boy?
Just like custard.
Please stop flirting with
Right.
him.
I'm not
Pate.
flirting with you. There's only one large person who's in my heart right now.
Okay.
Pate is going to shout, as it is now his turn. Ah, shit. Sigmund, move from there!
Oh, Pate threw a grenade, I think.
Oh, well, I probably should have paid attention to that.
Yup. Very in character, though.
I think you were behind a demon
No,
at the time. To be fair.
I'd like,
True.
out of character, Matt knew that was...
No,
like,
it's not
gotta be honest,
exploding. It's not exploding yet. But so Pate has shouted, "Sigmund, move from there," and you can see that he is holding one arm sort of out of view. So, if you want, you can roll a perception on what exactly you think he's doing.
Can Archie see it? Archie has true speech, so technically I think Archie can talk to us, but...
Yeah, normally
I
Archie can.
got nothing. I just wave at Pate and like, yeah, I got this.
Okay.
Give him a cheery thumbs
Yeah.
up.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, okay. Like Pate is like trying to make like a hand signal, but you don't catch it at all. And you can see that Pate sort of shit, and he is gonna keep moving. He's gonna slide underneath this big candelabra sort of thing.
That's probably a
Move
chandelier.
to
Or is it a
here.
candelabra?
Yeah, this big old thing.
Is it standing on the ground? If it's so, then it is a
Yeah,
candelabra.
it's not a candelabra. It's not hanging from the ceiling, it's standing on the ground. But the name of that is
that is a candelabra then. A chandelier is one that hangs down.
Oh right, of course. Yeah, you're right. It is a candelabra. Yeah, it's standing there. He slides underneath it, and he moves to here. That is what he is gonna do. And as he has moved, since Barthas's attention is now on Glanfar, Sigmund, I will allow you to re-roll that perception as he is still trying to make like a sign to you. Okay, 10. That's not great. But considering that Barthas is distracted, Pate can do it quite obviously. So you can see him pressing down his thumb on his fist, sort of like in a detonator movement.
Okay.
And his other hand is sort of waving you away.
I like have a look. I like, woo, okay. Right, cool.
And Thyra, it is now your turn.
Poira.
Okay, here we go.
I did actually forget something, Sigmund, as you have been in his sort of nearby range just now,
Yeah.
and as you are still in that, as
Here
you've
we
moved
go.
back into it, you sort of, this smoke sort of starts really catching on you, and you can see on your hands where it is sort of washing out on the piece of skin that you can see underneath your armor. You can see that your skin is starting to become like sort of irritated and sort of corroded a bit.
Ew.
That seems bad. I'm no expert, but
Hey.
that seems bad.
You're literally a
You
cleric. It's your
take
job to know these things.
4 points of fire damage,
Ooh,
and
Okay.
could you roll me a fortitude save, please?
that's probably not good.
15 does not save.
Who did?
Okay.
Oh boy.
You are sickened, which means that you get a -2 on attack, damage, saves, skills, and abilities.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, how long for? Will you
Ever.
let me know?
Until next round. But of course, if you are then still in the smoke, you will need to save again.
Okay. You can attack and then move, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, cool.
Thyra, it is your turn.
It's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget your flying
Right.
weapon.
Was that?
Make
Yep,
a floating
true.
weapon.
Spiritual
Yep.
weapon in Pathfinder can move the entire spell radius whenever it wants.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, it can swap targets, and it seems to move within the spell range as far as I can tell. So it moves to that dude, and that's going to try and club him across the back of the head.
Does it get
Okay.
+2s?
Was that?
Does it get bardic performance +2s? Can it
don't
comprehend music?
think-
It doesn't have it doesn't have ears to hear, so I'm gonna say that it doesn't.
Yeah, Thor heard, and he appreciates it, but no, I don't
feel
think that
like
does.
polyskeletons have had +2s, and they don't have any ears though.
Yeah, but they have the concept of ears, whereas a hammer doesn't.
That's
We're
true.
going to the metaphysical here.
Pardon?
Okay.
20 to a hit, by the way. Any dice? No?
20? No.
Beans. Alright,
So the hammer tries to strike again, but Barthas deflects it with his shield.
alright, hang on. One more second. I want to see if this is a touch. Shit. Why are all my buffs touch? Who does that? Alright, you know what? Yeah, okay, I can make it to here. So, Thyra's gonna bolt up behind Glanvar, and she's gonna just boop him right in the small of the back. In a really overtly familiar way. And she's going to cast Protection from Evil on him.
Good job it wasn't a few inches
Okay.
lower.
So, Heg, you're buffed.
Sweet.
With-
What does
Yeah.
that give me?
It's in the chat, but
Protection
essentially it's
from
+2s to dodge damage.
Yes.
And
It's actually deflection, not dodge.
dodge, good, not dodge even. And a +2 on saves, which feels like it could be useful.
Consider
Yeah.
what's happened to poor Sigmund.
Yeah, I couldn't reach Sigmund, frankly.
No, I'm saying at least you can help one of us.
Yeah,
Or I could take a will save and negate this.
Don't do that.
If
Sig.
you'd like. That feels weird. Unless you're evil, and this would be a terrible time to find that out.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my turn anyway.
That's what you get. Okay.
+2 AC, +2 resistance. Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it is Barthas' turn.
Uh-oh.
And Sigmund, as you sort of scrape the back of his knee and you shout, "Don't forget about me," he turns around and says, "I haven't," and he is going to make a full attack.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Does a 28 hit you?
Who's this against? Sorry.
It's Sigmund.
It's Sigmund. 28. Does it hit you?
I feel.
No.
Hello?
No.
No?
No.
Whoa.
Doesn't
does
hit
not.
you. Okay.
Mithril, man.
Wow.
Mithril for days.
I was gonna buff you, but I'm glad I didn't.
I reckon
Um,
Barthas probably recognises that armor because it was Migalas's, wasn't it?
Oh shit. Oh yeah.
Why the fuck are you walking
No, I
around in
robbed
my
the bar.
dead friend's clothes, you creep?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So he strikes down twice with the spear. And sort of the explosive tip makes like big dents in the floorboards in the tiles. But you manage to use your shield to block those attacks. However,
Oh wait, no. Is my AC down because of the sickened?
no.
Wasn't there a -2 to AC involved?
I think that's shady.
There wasn't my
it's
charge,
not
but that's
against
finished.
AC. It's against
Okay,
attack,
cool.
damage, save, skills.
All right.
So things that you do are affected, not what things other people do
Yes,
to you.
indeed.
In which case, yes, I do.
However, as you are busy blocking these spear attacks, his shield swings around and catches you for 34. Does that hit you?
Ooh, that's a big old roll.
34 does hit me.
He does have shield.
I'm sorry, didn't catch that.
34
Yes.
hits me, yeah.
Yeah.
It hits.
Okay. And
Unfortunately.
it smacks down in sort of the back of your neck. You take 10 damage, and he also gets with his shield, much like you have a free
Oh
bull
god.
rush, he gets something else.
Okay.
All right, wait, what's his?
Also, for the record, the reason why I've not been doing the free bullishes on him is because he's too damn big. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
his
I
size
remember
category is
that.
larger.
Sigmund, what is your combat maneuver defense?
That's a really excellent question.
You're a
25.
fighter. It's gotta be good.
25. Okay, this is 34, so that beats you. You are knocked prone.
Oh dear.
As
Down.
he slams his shield in the back of your neck and sort of crumples you onto the ground.
You're on your butt.
You're on your butt.
Oof.
And Brother Glanvar, it is now your turn.
Right, this time I'm going to do the flurry.
And this time you also get plus
Okay.
2s. Don't forget.
Shit. Okay.
It's
Worthless.
one
With
good
or
Worthless.
without
So,
the plus 2s?
One might hit.
One
They've all got
hits.
2s.
One
They've
hits.
all got the 2s on.
They've all got the 2s on. One
Really?
hits. That's 5 damage, which gets absorbed. And
Alright, well, I'm
since you are-
useless here.
And since you are still in the smoke,
Oh, did you have flank applied to any of those?
That's a good point.
that is also a good point.
'Cause that might.
But
That
if
might
I-
I don't think it'll make the difference. Looking
might
at
buff
the
up
Yeah,
that
it's not
20.
going to make the difference, though.
Yeah.
It's true.
Also, I'm prone, so you might not get it.
Oh right. Okay. I don't know how that
Oh
works.
shit, did you go prone?
I'm never
Yeah.
close enough to
You're not
worry
prone.
about prone. Not prone flanking and stuff.
Um,
I'm not a melee boy.
and Glanfar, you take 2 points of fire damage from the smoke. Roll me a DC Fortitude, please. Save.
You definitely get a plus 2 on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just add
You
2
do
to
get,
whatever
like,
I
from
roll.
the protection against evil and stuff.
19.
Flanking
17
is
is
only melee anyway.
One
so-
short.
Oh okay. Oh
Shit.
no.
Is
One
one
short.
One
What,
short.
19?
No, 18. It's one short of.
No,
17
but he's
being
got the
one
plus
short
2 from
of
protection
18.
from evil.
That hasn't been added to
I
his
get
roll.
plus 2
Oh, you
protection
get
from
it.
evil.
Oh, right. That's not with the
I've
plus
not-
2.
Yeah.
Oh, then
I
you
did say
beat it.
I did
Then
say
you
I'd
beat it.
add the plus 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then you beat it.
Hooray.
The protection from evil wards off the corrosive, burning smoke that is exhaling from Barthas's body.
Good job.
Oh
Fire up.
yeah.
I still take 2 damage though.
No.
Uh,
Oh wait,
Yes,
shit.
you
Does
do.
it half damage?
You-
Ah,
you do take the damage.
Okay.
Okay. Then Lizelle is going to cast Allegro. And you can see that as she is sort of doing her pirouette dance, as she casts this spell, she speeds up again. And as her dagger is sort of moving, she is like a buzzsaw at this point, as she's sort of reeling up to fire.
And we established that our bardic performances don't stack.
Yeah, we did.
Sorry, Lizelle.
And that is her turn, and then now it is Dave's turn.
I'm still harmonizing with her, just for reference. Otherwise, it would just sound bad.
Yeah.
Dave is employing the Archie.
Okay.
Plus 5. Pow! That's not great. I assume that does not hit the touch. I remember from last time. Come on,
I'm
do better
afraid
now.
it doesn't know.
Does 11 hit the touch?
I'm afraid that also doesn't.
Oh, Archie, you tried your best.
His touch AC isn't great, but it's not that bad.
No, Archie, you tried your best. Dave's he's like kind of a little bit like,
Okay.
Mum was right. I should have stayed on the island. But then he's thinking, well, it worked once. Maybe it can work again with the big boss, and it's gonna ear-piercing scream at Barthas. Which
Okay.
is a
I assume that needs a fortitude save.
fortitude. I think. Why have I not put it on my fucking sheet? What is wrong with me? I'm pretty sure it's a fortitude save. For
Okay. That is. What DC is that?
16.
He
not
does
great.
beat that.
Yeah, I figured. It takes half damage at least.
Okay.
Which is that 4d6 or is that 3d6? That is 46. Oh, then that probably gets halved again, unless he's not resistant to sonic damage? Is it sonic damage in particular?
Damage reduction works a bit differently in Pathfinder. It's not that damage is halved; it's that.
Oh, it's
a set
reduced to a
value
certain-
is deducted
yeah.
from it. Yeah.
Well, that's
Do we know what the damage reduction's beaten by? Yet.
It's been heavily implied to be
yes.
cold down.
Oh, okay.
And good,
In that case, I
good
will
aligned.
start making my attacks cold
Yeah.
iron based.
Can you do that?
I missed that point. I apologise.
Do you have cold iron arrows?
You can do
Ah,
some
I
weird
can
monk
make-
stuff with key points.
Oh, okay.
I see.
Weird monk
Okay.
shit.
So 13, so half of that is rounding down at 6. Okay, that's not a lot of damage that remains from that, but it is some damage.
Not a great round for Team Dave.
No. So yeah, you can see him sort of shake his head a little bit, but he seems very unbothered by it.
Yeah.
That is the bishop's turn. He is going to try to use the maximum of his move action as he's tied down, and he's going to try to hop his chair over to the side towards
Well, is it
you,
a chair
Dave.
or is it a pew?
It's yeah, actually, shit, it's a pew. It's stuck to the ground.
You ain't going
So he can't
nowhere,
move.
buddy.
He can do it. I believe in him.
He's sort of rocking back and forth as much as the ropes allow.
Hey,
God
cut that
damn.
out, says Dave.
Okay, it's Sigmund's turn.
What's the kind of threatened range looking like on this big boy?
How long are his arms?
He
got-
does
he's got a
have a big
spear.
spear.
He does have a big spear, because I was looking up withdraw actions, where you can not get attacks opportunity to roll away, but it only counts on the space that you start in, which is irrelevant when he's got range. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand up, like get to one knee underneath like the shield of Arbello, and so
Okay.
a move action to attempt to stand up. Whether or not
Okay,
do I count as
that
do I
is gonna
count as
provoke-
so a critical question is, do I count as standing up before the attack of opportunity?
That's a good question.
I think it's move in and out, isn't it? Did we have this
Yeah, but
conversation
it's
last week?
No,
getting
standing
up
up.
from prone it does provoke attack of opportunity, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it does.
Mhm.
I think it'd count as me being at least stood up, right? Because you're getting me as I'm doing.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay.
So you don't get the +4, but yeah, make your attack.
All right. That is not going to hit.
Okay.
Knowing your AC. So he sort of tries to slam you with his spear, but you deflect it away with the shield of Arbello as you're raising it above you as you try to stand up.
As I'm like coughing as well as I move back like here. And let's see if he's got combat reflexes. Does he have another attack of opportunity?
I'm afraid he does.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I thought he bloody might. Yeah, okay. As I move
Wow,
back,
this
make
guy
it-
is—that's a crit fail.
spang.
Yeah. So
Oh, can I pitch you something like as a contested
yeah,
strength check? maybe?
pitch me something. Always
So
be ready. Always
as the spear comes down, I
Mhm.
catch it between the cold iron shield spikes, and we maybe have a contested strength check to see if I can like yank it out of his hand and just.
Ooh.
Okay, sure. Roll strength.
I mean, disarm is a thing, but
Oh, you
It's
don't
more
get. We don't get a roll strength on this one. We just have to know what it is.
Oh, his
Okay.
strength. You mean we don't get a roll?
yeah. Well, you can roll d20 plus.
No, there's
your
no
strength.
button on the sheet.
There's no button for it. No, you have to do it yourself.
Oh
Yeah.
dear,
Hands.
that's a critical fail. for Sigmund.
Oh no,
Okay,
Sigmund! Does your shield get pulled away, or do the crits just balance each other out? You're both idiots.
That's. I'm afraid he does win.
Yeah.
But that doesn't imply anything negative for you, I think, because
Yeah,
this
otherwise
was
it'd
his
chain
crit fail.
weirdly. Yeah.
Yeah. This was his crit fail. And now that you've moved out of the way, Blake gives you a quick thumbs up as he is going to press something in his hand and shout, "Fire away!" as something underneath Barthas explodes, and you can see like shrapnel fly everywhere
Is
and
Glanvar
embed
okay?
itself. Sorry?
Is Glanvar okay, or is he considering it's?
Yeah, Glanvar's
Okay.
just outside the range of it.
He's protected by Both's legs.
Yeah, and Sigmund is also just outside the range, and so is Tate. So
Does the spiritual weapon take damage?
that is. Sorry.
Does the spiritual
Good
weapon
question.
take damage? Or
How
is it
does
just
that
kind of
work?
there?
No, it only takes damage from stuff like Dispel Magic. It's a
Okay.
weapon
Oh, right.
of pure
Okay.
force.
Good. All good
Okay,
there.
so now I need to roll this. No, wait, that's wrong. It needs to be this. Okay. So you see this old iron shrapnel bomb go off underneath Barthas, and you can see it shredding through parts of his body that aren't armored. And you can see some of them even sort of like melting through the armor because they're cold iron. And he's looking pissed.
Right, the demonic gonads.
And he still has a move action, so he is going to move here. And he's going to say, "Hey, Sigmund, do you think we can take this guy?"
Well, I hope so, because it doesn't seem like we've got much of a choice.
I mean, shit, we could like, try to make a run for it. Right over there. And he's going to point towards the door. If we can get the fuck out of here, you guys have got like some allied people around this city, right?
Well, yes, but so do you.
And they're all quite a long
Yeah.
way away. There's not this
I know, but yeah, I was just trying to think if maybe if okay, I was just thinking of escape routes, all right?
No, we'll see how it goes, and I'm glad you're on it. Like, we do have an opportunity here. It is like 6-on-1, or I don't know how we're counting Archie, or frankly that old man we captured. I think if we were going to run, we need to get him, because I think we need to get something from this, right? Otherwise, we've just given away.
Yeah,
we've wasted a
that's true.
day. We've given away our the fact that we're doing stuff for nothing. So I'd say if we were going to run, we'd at least need to bring him with us.
Yeah, good call. I'll try to move around, and what about you guys try and keep this guy distracted, and I'll try and make my exit with the old guy.
I mean, sure. I mean, it's good to have a backup plan, but honestly, I think we might be able to take him.
We took down the other one again. Sorry, there's not part of this. Sorry. I'm too excited.
Okay, Thyra, it is your turn.
So I thought I was on mute when I wasn't, and I thought I was, and I muted myself.
I see.
Just it's Monday evening, man. It's big Monday evening times.
Fair enough.
Thyra is going to make a little bit of space between her and the giant demon. She's actually going to back up so she's near Dave. Hello, Dave. So how do you think this is going? And she's going to crush her Pearl of Power in one hand, which I'm pretty sure is a standard action. So she's going to do that. So she regains 1 third-level spell slot.
Okay.
And
nice.
yeah, it's not bad. And then she gets 2 attacks with her spiritual weapon, Weapon. Although I'm pretty sure the second one can't hit. Doesn't. I think we've established it does not.
Okay.
So then there's this one, which might hit 26.
26 just about hits.
Hooray!
Fucking hell. And the second one, which take 5 away from. Okay, so that's an 11. So that definitely doesn't hit. Okay, so spiritual weapon does 1d8
Wait a second.
point.
That's standard melee attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you making that on? Being back there.
It's the spiritual weapon.
Oh, it's the weapon. Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
so the spiritual weapon.
Not being up me and this old guy.
Yep, I'm beating up an old man. Tell us where your gold is, old man.
Oh my god.
Well, it's
We're
clearly
making a run for it. 10 points of damage there.
All right, very nice.
So as he's like, "Muhaha, I'm evil," Thyra, like her spiritual weapon, just like anime style, gets him across the cheek, to the extent that he has a cheek.
Yeah, he does have a cheek, so it sort of hits him across the face. And it's now his turn, and he sort of, Glanvar, as you are in front of him holding your bow, he sort of looks down towards you and jams his spear to the side of him, extends a hand out towards you. What is... Wait, let me quickly check something.
Is he gonna eat
What is your combat maneuver defense?
What is your current emotional state?
Panicked.
22.
Mild stress.
Okay.
Well, you joke of that, Jack, but isn't that how masks work? Oh, no, you've not.
Yeah, I think so. You're maybe thinking of the veil.
Oh, yeah, I am.
15 plus... Okay. Yeah, okay. He extends a hand down, grabs you by the beard.
Oh no, not the beard!
Not the beard, not the beard!
And you hear sort of his voice from behind the weird helmet thing he has on. And he says, "You ready to fly, dwarf?"
He is gonna eat you!
No one tosses a dwarf.
No,
I think
Glanvar!
this man's about to toss a dwarf.
He says, "I do." And he swings you overhead and
Eat.
slams you down on the tiles on the opposite side.
Notorious dwarf tosser.
And
Could at least have yeeted me out of his threat range.
Oh no, he was
you
in threat
take
range on the other
18
side.
points of damage as he
Ouch.
slams you down into the tiles with his hand.
Whoa.
And you are
Glanvar,
still
I'm sorry.
grappled.
Oh,
Glanvar, I'm
shit.
sorry, but that was a pretty good line.
And since you are still in the smoke,
Oh, boy.
I am going to need 2 points of fire damage and a fortitude save.
Need to add the +2 in post because I can't add it.
All right.
So
Yeah,
26.
that's more than enough. Okay, so the smoke doesn't affect you, especially with the protection from evil. But you've taken a pretty serious hit, and you are still, like, your beard is still in his hand.
What a dick.
Oh, dear.
Glanvar, it's now your turn. You
Can I
are
still shoot
grappled.
my bow? No, I can't. Then.
He has you by the beard, so you can.
It's a good point. You've got both arms free.
Yeah.
Fuck it, YOLO.
All right.
This is cold iron. I'm expending a key point to make my arrows cold iron.
Nice.
All right.
Come on. That's at least one hit in
Okay.
there.
I will remind you that being grappled does give you a -2 penalty.
Oh. So I guess that
Alright,
cancels
so take
out
2
bardic
off all of those
performance.
So, yeah, and that's cancelled out, right? So this is the true values.
22. No, this is 22, 29, 9, and 23.
Ah, right, because the +2s are already in there. I see.
Yes.
Then the 31 hits. Well, 29.
Shit.
But your arrow does strike sort of in between his visor, and you hear like a shh, like a hissing, and a whisk of like steam and like sputters of golden blood spew out as your cold iron enhanced arrow takes him in the eyes.
Oof.
Ira holds up a 7 on a card.
And Lizelle is
Finally gonna do
going
something.
to, yeah,
Not
is
bad
actually
for
going
a
to do
card
something
from
now.
spinning.
She stacked all her buffs.
Continue rotating.
Yeah, she is now. Here she is, Lizelle. She is now going to make her special weird full round action where she moves, and as she does so, makes her attacks.
Give him hell as well.
That is, yes, there she goes. Let's see. The dice roller.
Hit him hard, Bard.
Okay, that one hits. That one doesn't. That one also doesn't. So, despite sort of whizzing up against him as this rotary blade, it only barely manages to get through his armor. Let's see what the damage on that is.
Dave, why didn't you spec to become a Beyblade?
Okay.
I get sick if I get dizzy.
Oh, hang on, sorry, was this an in-character conversation?
Yes?
Wow.
You addressed me as Dave, so...
Ah, good point.
Okay, so, and you can see as she whizzes against him, his flesh is being cut. Although it regenerates, there is still damage dealt here. And David, it's now your turn.
It's me again. Tyra, do you think I should get another Archie?
I mean,
His brother Jughead.
this one doesn't seem to be doing very much, but...
Rude. I'll show you. Archie's gonna make an attack.
Fair, I mean, you asked me opinion.
Archie can attack
You
first,
did.
and then we'll make some decisions
Well,
afterwards.
it's
a 14 hit, it's touch AC. Monsieur.
14 against his touch AC does hit.
Hooray! See, says Dave, as Archie
No.
fires a laser beam of 8 damage. Woohoo!
Yeah, you get multiple rays as well, right?
Yeah, so I'm doing the second one now.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, sick.
Okay, and that beats damage reduction, right?
Yep. So that's 2 attacks, 1 of 8, 1 of 7.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does beat
Ah,
damage.
right, I
Actually,
see.
it's actually
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good.
oh yeah, I see. Yeah. Okay, 8 and 7. Okay.
See, says Dave.
Hey, you asked?
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's,
if you
I don't.
could-
I'm not gonna have any more power to do a spell of that level if I do do it.
Archie! Sigmund
Then
is
again-
chanting for Archie.
For
I think Sigma's delirious.
my other big spell, I have to get very close, and I'm not in a great mood to do that. Can I?
Yeah, maybe save that
Can
one.
I move, do a standard action, or can I like do half my move and then go back again? And then he's got reach, isn't he? So you know what? I'm just
no,
gonna
You need feats to do that.
summon another Archer.
I think it's
I
drive-by
assume I can
attack,
have
isn't
more
it?
than one?
Yeah.
I assume I can have
I
more
think
than one.
Myra has it, doesn't she?
What are you going to do, Dave?
I think
Summon-
Myra has it.
Summon another Archie.
Oh, right. Okay.
I don't think I think I can have as many active as I can.
Yeah. By the way, the Aura of Menace stuff, what's that do again?
It is whenever something enters. Oh fuck! I've gone off my.
It's very menacing.
It's very menacing. When any hostile creature with a 20-foot radius must succeed on a will save DC 13 to resist the effects.
Okay, I see.
Those who save don't have to do it again for another 24 hours.
Okay, so I will need to roll a will
Yes.
for Barthas.
Yes. I assume you already did
And
one
what-
for the first Archie. Archie 2.
Yeah, I did. But what DC am I looking for here?
13. It's not a stupid. Very
Sorry?
high one.
13.
It's not very
13.
high.
Okay. Yeah, he
Never know.
does beat that, I'm afraid.
Yeah, figures. Wasn't really. I'm bringing them here because they overcome his damage resistance and they don't have to get too close.
Mhm.
So that one's gonna fire its laser as well.
Okay.
Oh, that should be +5. Yeah, it doesn't matter. That ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, that ain't gonna do it. What
that
about
was
that?
it.
That's another one.
Yeah, that will do it.
Yeah, boy, another full damage.
All right.
Sick. How much
Whittling
damage is
them
that for a
down.
round? That's not bad. That's 16
Pretty good,
plus-
actually.
plus 7. That's 23.
It's-
That
29.
ain't bad. No, it's 23.
yeah. Okay.
That is not
Yeah,
bad at
sorry,
all.
well, that was 1d20.
I need to add a
Alright.
times this one, make that one tick down.
And you can have 2 summons out at once.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah. Huh. There's no restrictions on that, I'm pretty sure.
No, I mean it's gonna fade
Isn't it?
away, but I think. I
Yes.
have
Yeah,
it for
it's
a
not a
round.
concentration spell, so
Mhm.
it's.
Yeah, indeed.
No. Someone's swarm
Okay, so
is.
Barthas is
but
just
we'll do
getting
that.
sort of pelted with these
Pew, pew.
lasers.
Good.
We can do it, says Dave, maintaining his body performance.
Okay.
We'll probably have it lingering,
And
actually.
now it is the bishop's turn again.
Or just hit him if he tries to do anything.
Attack of opportunity.
I think that the bishop is at this point. You see him, Thyra, to your side, just sort of holding his head back, and he swings it forward, and his hat flies off and just bonks against you.
Okay. Does your god not give you laser hands, or? Okay,
Well,
you know,
he's
but
gagged.
fine.
He's gagged. So.
Oh yeah, he's definitely gagged. That was
Yeah.
entirely a just very
Yeah.
uncomfortable reaction.
However,
Panda.
you do notice something else, especially you, Sigmund and Pate. You hear sort of as you see the doors of the cathedral fly open, and you hear sort of
Oh boy.
as you see this cloud of embers
Oh fuck.
sort of flush into the room, and you see a whole bunch of city guards
Oh dang it.
march their way.
Oh, we should have barred that door.
We should have barred the door, or maybe we should have probably not left. Yup, that's a lot of them.
What are they armed with?
The fist
many.
is polearms, the smoke is guns.
Oh boy. This could end up being a shooting gallery.
I might be able to try and shout at them again. It didn't work out very well before, but they're probably possessed by the swarms.
Oddly enough, you see that their eyes are sort of glazed over by a golden light, and you can see this cloud of embers just sort of enveloping them all.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can talk my way out of this one, says Dave.
You hear of a reverberating metallic voice from the embers, similar to what you heard when you were fighting Miglas, and it shouts, "Brothers, how long were you going to wait to tell me what's going on here? We have an army, dumbass! Use it!"
Fuck you.
Barthas shouts back, "Keep them out of this! I want them for myself!" And the voice in the embers shouts back, "Oh, you dumbass! Seriously, what is wrong with you? Can't you put your ego aside for a second? Men, fire!" And you see the city guard ready their weapons, point them towards you, and you see like a tile move in the ground, like a little crack.
Bad boy.
And you see like something that worms its way from the ground, and you see all of the guards looking at it, and you hear the voice from the embers say, "What's that rat?" As
I really hope that's General Whiskers, because it's
Gee,
going to
one
be
punch man
really
theme.
unfortunate if it's not.
and you see this little white rat sort of
General Whiskers!
move up its little paw, and Glanvar, even from here, you feel like a massive key surge,
What is this power?
like streaming into this rat, and you see, by like an air shockwave, you see the guard over there just sort of. I need to put this to the back. You see them sort of being scattered. Come on. Okay, I'm just gonna. Well, you've seen the effect. This is getting really annoying.
Yeah.
We got the picture.
You see them sort of all blown to the side. Some of them are knocked prone. This one is prone. This one is prone. And this one is unconscious.
Woof. Hell of a punch.
As General Whiskers joins the fray. And you hear, like, from the stairwell, you see another familiar face show up.
There he is.
Ha
Our saviour!
Well done, General Whiskers! Heroes! I overcame my fear and followed you through the maze! I'm here!
Did you have to?
Look, thank me later for this, okay? General Whiskers, take them out!
God, it's so shrill.
Okay, and now it is Sigmund's turn again.
So on the right-hand side, they're kind of scattered. On the left-hand side, they're still kind of up. Is that right?
Yeah, they still are up,
They still have
but
to make
they've been
past general
distracted
losses.
enough that they haven't taken action. On
Yeah,
that
I
turn.
get you.
I imagine they're a bit
So
freaked
for this-
out by this rat that's beating them all up.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of. So I've got a couple of questions. So, this is a very large creature that has range that is grappling Glanvar in this space by the beard.
Yeah.
If I was in base-to-base contact with Glanvar,
Right.
could I attack the hand that is holding him?
Yes, definitely.
Because you know better than to chop off the beard.
This is where you roll a 1 and chop off his beard.
Yeah. You chop off the beard with a mace.
Listen, I was about to say.
It's real impressive.
So,
That's
strictly
real
so
speaking,
uncomfortable.
I can take a 5-foot step to here and get a full attack on this thing's hand.
Okay.
Well, that's a question mark. Is that right?
We have used 5-foot step in the regard that you can then still make a full.
Oh yeah, you can. That's. I just want to check because the thing
Yeah.
we usually do is that you can attack someone with ranged in this way, but I think the narrative kind of supports it. If you're okay with it,
I am
So that-
okay with that.
that's option 1. Option 2 is to go and like beat up all of these dudes. I think I'm gonna stick with the original plan, try and save Glanvar because if we need to book it, like
No man left
we should
behind.
probably have. He is gonna like, and the weird like glowing stuff, is that still around on these people as well?
Yes,
Yes.
it is. It seems that they are under severe hypnosis.
Is it
That's
the
a
same
great
kind
name
of
for an album.
Firefly? Yeah, is it the same kind of like Firefly stuff we've seen before?
You would not
It
believe your
seems to
eyes.
be a more direct control, assuming direct control version.
Okay, so we may channel positive energy may or may not help.
Probably would, but they're quite a long way
So
away from our cleric.
Sigmund's going to call out and go, "We've got some kind of weird firefly thing down here, Thyra. If you could get down, like, see if you can work your way down. Bring the old man. We can get some positive energy down here. In the
Okay,
meantime,
I'll just ask Thor to make me fly and work out how to get down there, Sig.
You could do
That's it.
haste, maybe.
Oh wait, no, that'd be great. Yeah, no, get Thor on that. That'd be
No.
brilliant. Cheers, Thyra. I knew you could handle. I knew I could trust
Shit.
you.
I knew he didn't know sarcasm. He does not have the required ranks in linguistics for sarcasm.
Neither do you.
Also, it's
Most of the
entirely feasible that Thor could make you fly. Like,
It
from Sigmund's
is.
point of view,
He
at least.
doesn't.
time.
I think it's a 4th level spell, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Maybe 5th.
Okay, I'm going to 5-foot step here and attempt to attack this thing. I'm not going to power attack because I need to roll real high to hit. We've got some other stuff. I'm fine regarding the smoke because I've been out of it for a turn, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, cool.
If you get
So
twos,
yeah, and +2s. Yeah, those are
then have you
real
raised
good.
my body performance.
Does it count as? No, it's not counted as flanked. I don't think.
Maybe. I mean, what's her name's there?
Yeah, but I'm attacking the hands.
no,
it's very
it's-
specific. So
Yeah,
I
it's not a direct opposite, and that is how we have been doing flanked.
Yeah.
So,
So
I'm
first,
going to say that's not flanked.
yeah, I think that's fair. So first, Mace of Spades,
Plus
132.
Okay,
Nice.
that
I say you
hits.
shouldn't fight the hand that feeds you.
This guy hasn't fed us
Uh,
nothing
okay.
but horrible embers.
Yeah. All right. Well, fight the hand that feeds you then.
that's 10
Yeah.
damage. Don't know what that does.
Okay.
That's no damage reduction.
Okay.
So that's no damage overcoming. Does it look like it does any damage?
It does. Yeah, it does damage. You can see like his hand sort of restructuring itself, but
Oh,
it's...
sorry, that was a 30 to hit, not a 32.
Oh yeah, but 30 still hits. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it does do damage to the hand.
Cool. Shield of Arbello, 31.
Yep.
Noise.
Ah, and that's with the cold iron as well.
That's with a cold iron.
Nice. Get it, Sigmund.
It's 10.
All right.
Hooray!
That's the
max damage.
full 10.
And
Without damage
then
resistance.
one more Mace of Spades.
Oh yeah,
Um,
shit, forgot about that.
20? No.
The old
no,
bash
probably not.
smash.
But a full damage attack with the cold iron spikes, I think, is definitely enough to sort of, as you rake it over his hand, for him to recoil and let go of Glenn.
Oh no! Can I get one of the cold iron spikes right up the finger?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Does he even have fingernails?
He does, if you look at the art, I
Well,
believe.
he's got one less now.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, Sigmund's fighting really dirty in this fight, like real.
Yeah.
It's a literal demon
And you see him
thing. I don't
sort of
think you need to worry about it.
Bloody humans. Okay, and then it is Tate's turn, and he.
So do I need to make any kind of roll for the? I'm too far away for the smoke, right? I'm still fine.
Yeah. You're fine
okay.
for the smoke.
Okay.
That's only in base to base. Okay. Pate is going to toss something from his bag, and he is.
It's not a dwarf, is it?
I'm afraid it's not a dwarf. Where is the right thing for this? Here we are. And he's gonna toss that over here as he releases a smoke bomb, and is going to also make his move action to here. And that's his turn. Thyra.
Thyra is going to take a 5-foot step. Oop. And then Thyra is going to hold out her hand, and the stained glass window behind her smashes this time.
Okay.
And a 1-foot-long cold iron spike flies through the air and sort of lands in her gauntleted hand. And she says, "All right, come on. Let's get over that phys ed trauma from cleric camp." And then Thyra is going to
Eat it.
yeah, so it's a ranged touch attack. So that is an 18 to hit with +2s.
Again,
Does that hit his touch AC? Yes.
Yes.
Fucking
So-
A.
You toss this big coal iron spike. He swings out a hand to catch it in midair, but as he touches it,
Shit.
whoa! But as he
Woof.
touches it, the you can see that his hand sort of bursts into like blue flame
Nice.
as he touches this cold iron, and it just sort of shreds the palm of his hand as it's like pulling through, even though he's trying to stop it, and it embeds itself in his face.
Oof.
Ha!
So now he has this big sort of coal iron spike sticking out of his head. And that is 8 damage.
You know what? It's the thought that counts. Also, he needs to roll he's sickened for 1 round, and he must attempt a fortitude save.
He must attempt a fortitude save. Okay. It's a 32.
Shit.
I'm
Oddly
probably
enough,
gonna
that does do it, yes.
Yeah, that does do it.
That's upsetting.
But you can see like golden blood like streaming out of his face. Spike is embedded, and you can see like blue fire sort of eating away at him from the coal iron as it's sort of reacting with his demonic nature.
He's very unhappy.
Good. That's what you get, you fuck. So that's no, that's just an 18 to hit with the spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
And then the second attack is a 9 to hit. No, a 6 to hit, so that definitely doesn't hit.
This
But,
is against normal AC, right?
Yes. So throughout that whole scene, the spiritual weapon is ineffectually swinging at him.
Bonking
Yeah,
against the
indeed.
armor like a whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just dunk, dunk, dunk.
Dave,
Like a
stay
hammer.
behind me, Thyra says, and she's gonna. Can she draw the Sunbringer as well?
Oh yeah.
So
Sure.
Thyra draws the Sunbringer, and the scabbard on that sort of lights up. There's an Ugdra fantasy
Yggdrasil.
tree on it. The fantasy tree is on it, and
Yggdrasil.
that lights up.
Okay. So Barthas is going to grab his spear again and shout, "I am tired of this bullshit! Submit already, you disgusting maggots! And he is going to make a full round attack. And one spear attack is going to go towards this Archie over here,
No,
as he does
Archie
have
won.
range. And that is 23.
Yeah,
Does
that's
that hit?
probably going to hit. Its AC is
That's
15.
that's 13 plus 3 fire damage.
Aria's attack's evil.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's damage resistance. That means shit then. So what damage
Well-
was that then?
16, I think you said.
Oh.
13 plus
Yeah,
3?
it's 13 plus 3 fire, so 16.
No, Archie won! Why?
Lord.
We should have
And
been slight
with-
ones
I'll
for...
always remember you, Dave.
Sticks his spear to the front as the explosive metal tip blows away first Archie, and he's going to make a second spear attack against the other Archie.
No, Archie too!
Does an 18 hit?
Yes, it does.
And that is also 15 points of damage.
Archie too! No!
Shit.
My level 3 spell slots!
His 2 spear attacks, and with his shield, he is going to sort of turn his body, slam down onto Glanfar,
Oh no.
and that is against 29.
Yeah,
Does
that
that
hits.
hit you? Yeah, that's 11 damage. And could you? What is your combat maneuver defense?
22.
It's 29, so you are also knocked prone.
I think I already was prone.
Yeah, you
You're
were.
even more
but you
prone.
were
Well,
still
No,
prone.
he was,
You're even
he was
more
grappled.
prone.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Yeah, you were grappled. Sorry, you were grappled. But now you are, mechanically speaking, prone.
Oh, well, I
Keeping
thought
in
you
mind,
slammed.
he
I
should have
thought-
rolled. You know he's second, right? He should have had a -2 on all attack rolls and damage.
Oh yeah, that's true. Actually,
Oh, wait,
saving
is
throws and
Archie
skill
alive?
checks and ability
Ah!
checks.
No.
um,
No, they're all dead
does
still.
would a 16 have hit Archie?
Yeah. It would have.
Yeah, then the Archies have gone. The Archies
Well,
gone.
how many hit points do Archies have?
13, so that 15 still would have. That would still.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
Yeah.
Well, they're not
They should have
dead.
been
They
just-
just go back to the plane they came from. But you know, it's still a sad.
Yeah.
sad
Let's play a
waste of
game,
spell
ladies and
slots.
gentlemen. How many hit points does Glanvar have left?
9.
Oh, no.
I was going to say
Wasn't it?
70, but that's me.
Sigmund, are you carrying any potions by any chance?
Yeah.
Oh, good. How many hit points does Glanvar have, Haggis?
1.
Ooh,
Oh shit.
no!
That's a spicy meatball.
I think maybe we should. What? How does Barthas look like? I assume he still looks pretty fine.
Like
fit.
he has this nail, this big fucking nail in his face. He has been riddled with what are basically like bullet laser holes. Like his sort of core seems intact. Well, intact. That is to say, he's still functional.
Yeah.
If you want to make a more accurate guess, I will need a heal check of some sort.
Allow me.
Wait, we could both do it.
22.
That's pretty good, actually. Okay.
If you had to guess, he is just below half.
Woof.
Do you think we could
Oh.
take him,
I
or
think
should
we
we?
got
I think we maybe can take him. Like, oh, I prefer to have good
I'm all out.
good tactics from him there. Also, we do need to take like if we just start just running, like we are going to have. I think we should go for it.
Yeah, I don't see how we can't. I can probably get to Glanvar in 3 turns. Less if I run.
That's not a whole lot a small boy can do, but okay.
Okay. Glanfar, it is your turn now.
Please don't die.
If you have any healing potions, now would be a good time.
Yeah.
Now would be what we
Oh,
call a good
I
time.
will remind you that you are prone.
Oh boy.
I'm no longer grappled, though.
No.
You are no longer grappled. Sigmund has freed you from the grapple.
Thank
So you
God.
do not get -2s from being grappled.
If I stand up, if I move, he's going to hit me.
Yup. and he's got multi
certainly gonna
attacks of
try.
opportunity.
Can't I do a 5-foot step and not provoke an attack of opportunity?
You can do acrobatics.
Afraid
don't
it
forget.
doesn't work like that.
You can tumble.
It
it does
actually
actually.
doesn't provoke. 5-foot steps don't provoke attacks of opportunity, but he does have reach.
Yeah.
He does have reach. That's true. Oh yeah. Do 5-foot steps not provoke?
No,
No,
I was
no.
just reading the article.
Oh.
There.
Okay.
Yeah, so you
Solid
could take a 5-foot step away, but you'll still be within his range.
Yeah.
Tumble for
But
it.
you could
tumble.
take
Yeah,
another
and
one the
Sigmund's
next
there.
turn.
Tumble for it.
Or you could tumble, but he does have a very high to hit.
Well, Garvo's got very high acrobatics.
True enough.
It's up to.
Try and get to the safety of General Whiskers.
Or I can just, either way, if he decides to hit me next turn, I'm down.
Yeah.
If I choose to run, I've got a chance of him hitting me. There's also a chance I can get away.
Especially if you do a tumble.
Like you could tumble, or you could 5-foot step and then just unleash a barrage of arrows around. Because you could 5-foot step to here, and then your next turn could be a 5-foot step away that does take you out.
Can I 5-foot step into a pew?
You're on. You can set onto it.
Don't see why not. I mean, 5 feet is the minimum amount you can travel.
Yeah. Glanfar's acrobatic enough that I'll allow that without a roll.
5-foot step onto the pew.
But you're still prone, so you're lying down on the.
You crawl, slither backwards.
He's
Oh,
underneath
yeah.
the seat.
He's underneath. Yeah, he's underneath
what
the
is the-
pew.
What is the penalty from shooting whilst prone,
Um.
or for attacking while prone?
Ooh, good question.
I have the conditions page open. Let me check. Prone. -4 on melee attack rolls, and
You
cannot
cannot
use the ranged weapon,
Oh,
which I
shit.
think is bullshit. So you get the -4 penalty that you get from melee attacks, but you can use it. Why
Nice.
would you not be able to use a bow if you're lying on the ground?
Because you need both arms, man.
Yeah,
Well,
but
yes, but
if
you
you're
do
lying on
have
your
both of
back-
your arms when you're on the ground.
Yeah.
here's the
Also, you
problem.
could definitely
You could definitely
alright,
shoot the bow
sure,
while
alright.
lying down.
5-foot
So
step
I
is a
will-
move action, isn't it?
Yeah. So
no,
you
it
will
replaces
take
your
the
move action.
-4, but you will be able to do it. Make
Sorry,
an attack, please.
to be clear, a 5-foot step is not a move action. You can 5-foot step attack. It
Oh, that's a
replaces
good
your
point.
move
Oh, yeah.
action. It means you can't do any other move actions if you do it, though.
Yeah.
Fair enough. In that case, I will stay on my back and just be shuffling back.
The ghost in
I
the
will-
machine seems to be encouraging you to remember your +2s, by the way.
I'm
it's
on
like,
-2s.
I don't want to be wasting my body performances.
Oh, I suppose it is
Also-
overall a -2.
Also, don't
Did I
forget
just
to
hit the wrong
use
fucking button?
Yes.
Yes. Well, that's
Yeah.
Ignore
fine
that
because
one.
you're going to be probably doing that. Also, remember to use
Ignore
your key
that
points
one.
for damage reduction.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I've got nothing to denote that. so
Oh,
yeah,
that's
done.
not.
Oh,
is
that
that
was
with the
shocking.
+2s?
Did you remember that you had protection from evil on, by the way?
That didn't help.
Ah. Well,
Protect-
Sorry, makes a sad face.
So
I got body slammed, and
yeah.
it doesn't add to CMD, just AC.
ah, yes.
Actually,
Um,
that's a point.
Hmm.
That's a point that maybe should have been. I should have remembered until before just now. He can't touch me.
Emotionally?
He's not a summoned creature, I believe.
Ah, yeah, that's it.
Third, the spell prevents bodily by evil summon creature. No, never mind.
Yup.
Yeah. Anyway,
Annoying.
that did shit fuckle.
Hmm.
You
Well,
tried.
I tried.
So,
believe-
Oh my god, did I try.
is this with the +2s? Actually, it doesn't matter. None of those.
I'm on -2 overall, so
Yeah. I'm
Which I
afraid
include-
that as
which I
you
have
loosen your
included.
arrows, even though they are cold iron, Barthos sort of quickly moves his shield around and catches them. And then it is Lizelle's turn, and she is going to make another attack, another full attack even. So let's see where that goes. That's the okay. That hits. That doesn't. That does, and that is gonna be 8, 10. Okay. So yeah, she keeps on just trying to just sort of go through the back of his armor. And it does damage. You see like his golden
Right.
blood sort of sputter around. But you also see her sort of getting tired, and you see the Allegro spell sort of starting to wear off. And Dave, it is now your turn.
Okay, so I don't have any level 3 spells left. And I've only got I've not used any level 2 spells, because they're all fucking useless, and because half of them are divination. I guess I will scream at him again. It's basically all I can do. I guess I could crossbow him, but that's never... It's not going to do enough damage to overcome the damage resistance, I don't think. So do another fortitude save for me, please. He's probably going to make it.
Wait a second. What's his bonus on this? Is that...
It's probably reduced if he's still second.
No.
It's -2 if he's
Yeah, it's -2, right? What DC am I looking for?
16.
16, right?
Is he still sickened if the Archons are down?
It's a second from me.
Yeah,
Isn't
not
it?
the
Oh,
Archons.
Yeah, he got one from Iron Stake.
Yeah,
so that's
from
still
Iron
going until
Stake,
my
yeah.
next turn.
And like, I mean, which is fair because he's got a big fucking iron stake
Yeah.
in his face.
Good.
I'd be
That's
pretty
what you
second as
get,
well.
you bastard.
I'm afraid that he just about saves.
Oh.
Beans.
Oh, it was so good if I'd managed to pull it off. But, you know.
Yeah. Fortitude
still-
is his best save, unsurprisingly.
Yeah, it almost always is. It's a bit of a ball ache. Oh well, that's still half of 17. Then
Okay,
damage
so
reduction.
half of that, so that's 8, okay.
Item at the mark that off. I'll pick up my body performance again. God, I wish I had the next level, but I need to sleep first.
Okay. So that does some damage. You can see him sort of like wildly shaking his head around with his hair sort of whipping to the sides. The cold iron stake definitely seems to like worsen his ability to resist
Oh,
these
wait.
kinds of
I
things.
do have something else I can do.
Way.
But it's spell, so I can't do it now.
Okay. The bishop is being the bishop. However, his turn is now also the turn of the soldiers. And so these are out cold. This one is prone and is going to try and get up. Okay. There we are. And this one is going to try and do the same. These polearm guys are going to try and move through this smoke, but they seem to be hampered quite a bit. This one accidentally gets in here, gets an attack of opportunity. Actually, no, they're trying to move towards Sigmund, but gets an attack of opportunity from General Whiskers.
I think General Whiskers also gets +2s.
And he also gets +2s. Okay, let's
That's one
roll
powered up
his
rat.
attack. Yeah, that hits
Nice.
with the modifiers thereof. You see suddenly next to you, Sigmund, just someone as
What if
you
he hits the spiritual weapon?
Yeah, like just as someone is thrown through the air by the massive like key blast of a punch by this rat. And this one now can see you and but has used a move action and is not going to get up in your grill without having an attack to spend. So it's going to stay there. These ones are going to move out to here. And you see the embers light up as they shout, "Fire!" Sigmund.
Oh, so they can still talk.
Yes.
How bulletproof are you?
The you sort of, as you make a look to the side as you're helping Glenfar, you can see 4 musket barrels being pointed towards you.
Oh crap! Well, I'm kind of in cover from this pew a little bit.
Yeah, and there's also some smoke stuff going on here, so I'll give you partial cover.
Yeah. You are looking for touch AC, though, I believe. Which
Yes.
Yeah.
And what is your touch AC exactly?
My touch AC is exactly 14.
Exactly 14. Okay.
Just in exactly 14.
Where's the at his guard character sheet? Okay, let's actually quickly check what the range increment is here. Yeah, you are still in the first increment. Okay. That's +5. Okay. Yes. Okay. So against your touch AC are hits, a miss, a hit, and another hit. You take a total of 9 damage. You are
That's
lucky.
not too bad.
Yeah,
What
not
happens
too
when
bad.
you mind control your mooks? They're not very sharp.
So, like, you manage to hide behind this pew, and the shots aren't that well done because of the smoke. But still, like, the explosions of the gunfire still manage to do some damage towards you.
Muskets misfire on a 1 to 2 by the way.
Yes, I am aware.
Cool.
And
What's the
this
reload on
one,
the
by the
muskets,
way,
by the way?
Sorry?
What's the reload on muskets, by the way?
It is normally, I believe, there's some stuff going on there. I know that for these guys, because they have certain feats, it is a certain action.
It's a what type of action?
I said it's a move action for these guys.
Okay.
I think it's
so they
normal standard, but they have a move. They have a feat. So
Yeah. It's the same thing.
Yeah. And
Okay,
these
right.
ones are going to move to here and make a line. And you hear the well, you don't hear anything, but you see the embers sort of buzz up and seemingly be commanding them to ready their guns, and they have their guns ready, but they're not firing yet. And then it is General Whiskers' turn, who's going to move in here
Whiskers. Yeah.
and just make an attack, and knocks this guard sort of back against this unconscious guard, flips over, smacks on the ground. Is not unconscious, but is prone.
Wishing that he was.
And Tim is just going to go, yes, go, General Whiskers. One by one, we'll take them down. And he's just sort of hiding behind this stairwell.
Yeah. That's Tim for you.
He's basically a Pokemon trainer. Sigmund, it's your turn.
Pate, Glanvar, Dave, like, get these musketeers off us. I'll try. We're nearly there. We're nearly there.
All right, I'll try my best.
I'll try.
Okay, I guess I won't.
Well, no, because you're still attacking the main boss, right?
Sure, can do both,
Well,
probably.
Yeah.
She's very talented.
Thank you. I am. No.
But I'm going to 5-foot step here and full round attack. Deal advised. So, does this count as flanking, Mon? Am I close enough to a direct opposite here?
I've been ruling direct opposition so far, so I'm going to change that sign.
Cool. Okay. But I will also
You
shout
are
out.
moving through his range. He does have reach.
Yes. But it was a 5-foot step, so I'm okay.
That's true. Good point.
Otherwise, I would have gone there.
Yes.
But I will shout out something to let her know that if she repositions slightly, if she 5 foot steps, then we will be flanked properly. So no power attack. I'm dual wielding, so that cancels out. 24
+2.
Nope.
No, that's no.
Oh, is that with the +2s?
No, that's not with the. So it is with the 2. It's -2.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it is the
Okay.
24, then that does not hit.
It is the 24. Okay.
Yeah, so you strike with your mace, but he sort of sidesteps
Shield
it.
of Arbella.
Okay, let's see it.
No power attack. Like that.
Come on.
No.
Okay.
No, that's not going to be it.
Bad. No, just completely useless. Oh. That flank would have done it on that first one. Okay. Yeah.
That's not going to do it. So you try to strike him, but now that you have his attention, he like sidesteps it. He slants it off, blocks it with the shield, parries it with his spear. Like, you can tell that this guy is martially trained, like you.
Makes sense considering he's the general of the army.
Yes. And then Tate is going to toss something else from his bag. He is
Tate's
going
class?
to.
Is it another custom job?
It's not a custom job. He is. I think I built him as a fighter.
Okay. But with a grenade specialty.
He just stocked up on grenades for this fight.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna toss another grenade, and he's gonna toss it over here so that it hits none of you guys, but it does hit him.
Nice.
As you see another blast of cold iron shrapnel
Nice throw.
explode, just blow up these pews.
Running out of cover.
And let's see what damage is on that. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. 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 Oh shit! Wait, no, I put that in wrong. Okay, there we go. So that deals some damage. You can see that, like, part of Barthas's arm, you can see that the armor is sort of ripped off by the explosion, and you can see that his flesh is exposed, which is writhing and boiling with all of this cold iron embedded into it. And that's Pate's turn, and he is also going to make another move action. Going to move to here and hide behind these remaining pews. Thyra, it's your turn.
It's my turn, says Thyra.
Yes.
Dave, are you going to be okay if I get moving?
Yeah, I've got an idea. It's probably
Okay.
not a very good one.
Be careful.
Yes.
Kind of been as bad as Glenvar's.
2, 3, 4. So Thyra's first of all heading over here.
Okay.
Yep. And then she's gonna essentially say, can't deal with fucking marksman. Oh my god. Who does he think he's talking to? And Thyra is going to use her Lightning Lord ability, which means that the big boy and 3 of those musketeers, the 3 in the L shape, all have to make a reflex save. The spell functions like the spell Call Lightning. I can do it up to 8 times a day, and I've used
Does
it
it
4
come in
times
through the
already.
shattered window, or does it shatter some more windows?
It shatters all the windows. It
Yeah,
shatters
like-
the remaining 4 windows. Do you want me to roll 3d6 4 times, or would you rather I just roll a 1?
Yeah, how does spell work? Is it
Per
separate
projectile, I think.
yeah, so it's per projectile, so you will need to roll separate ones, yeah.
Okay. So, big boy, 14. He needs to roll a
Nice.
reflex save to half.
Okay. Let's see.
God, can you
Spell
imagine
save
like
don't
how
be-
loud
Yeah.
Would be
thunder
a
would
third.
be in a church? That's a lot
Oh
of
yeah.
fucking echo.
Like
Yeah,
this
it's
is
super noisy. Nothing Thyra ever does is subtle.
Everyone take 1 point of sonic damage.
Ow.
Glamvar goes down.
Because that
Shit.
would take Glamvar down. I'm not actually
Spell
doing
save
that.
DC
I'm
is
not actually
16
doing
for
that.
the record.
Okay, he does beat that.
Shit. Okay, so that's 7 points of damage.
So you see him sort of as he's electrified,
Do we
staggers.
see like a really weird skeleton as he's like
Oh,
half
yeah.
being electrocuted?
No, you actually, because like this guy inside is mostly made of metal, so you have like all of the metal in the church suddenly goes like shoves a bit closer to him because he's temporarily a magnet.
Magnetized. Nice.
Oh, Mon, do I need to do anything for being in base to base with dude?
You've only just joined into base to base, right?
Yeah, that's this turn.
Then you don't need to do it yet. It's when you stay longer than one turn into base to base with him.
Okay, sure.
Okay, and this is the L shape of bad guys. Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, so that's 13, 13, and 12, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let me first of all do this, and he gets the resistance. Okay. Office is looking pretty bad.
We can
Go.
do it, guys. We can do it.
Roll a heal, Thyra.
Thyra rolls out her whiteboard like she's Jeffrey House, and then determines exactly what's wrong with him.
Yeah, like
You've got a spike in your face still.
yeah, like
You're welcome.
the spike in his face. He's riddled with holes from the beams. Liesel is just sort of like buzzsawing through his back. Like his left arm is just entirely mangled by the explosion from Fate's grenade, and you can see that his grip on his spear is sort of not great because his basically most of the muscle in his arm has been destroyed. And yeah, if you had to guess, he would be a little above a fourth of his health, a quarter.
Good. So yeah, then the latter 3d6s are for the L shape of snipers over here.
Yes. Okay.
13, 12. Please don't kill them, Thyra.
Don't kill who now? Thyra says, releasing the spell.
Kill everyone, says kill them all. They're shooting at me.
Yeah, they are. You can see that they are just like singed and burned from this stuff. They are looking immediately quite haggard by that kind of damage.
Dave, don't worry, it's non-lethal lightning.
You
Look,
can see,
none
you
of
can
them
see
died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can see
That's
like
okay, then.
the golden light in their eyes like flicker on and off like a badly functioning lamp.
Nice.
See? They're fine.
Like that plate.
I assume. And then the spiritual weapon's going to go in for another...
Another 1, 2.
Yeah.
Booyah! So the first
yeah.
one... The second one is
Wow,
a
yeah,
23
that's
because it's
good
minus
hits.
5. The second one is 23 because it's minus 5.
Okay, 23 does not hit,
Son of a
but 29 certainly does because it's
Well,
crit,
it's a
and
crit,
it's 29.
Okay, so that's 2d8 plus...
2.
Well, 1d8 times 2, right?
Oh, we're not doing 2... Right, okay, I'll just multiply.
Yeah.
Right, hang on. 1 point per 3 caster level, so it's 1d8 plus...
I think, by the way, that this silence spell has probably expired by now.
Yeah.
Probably, yes.
It's not really. Ooh, what's that? Rolling 1.
I definitely didn't do that right.
No.
No.
You did not.
And then trying to fix it, I hit every other button on my keyboard.
Right,
Ooh,
so that's
such a good...
8. Well, that's
Fucking
8
A.
total. Because it's the 3 is doubled to
Yep.
6. So that's 8.
Shitty critical.
It's something.
Great.
Okay.
Well, that's up.
5.
It's been a death of
Progress,
1,000
I
blows for this
guess.
guy.
Yeah.
There's also the damage reduction, so, well,
Oh.
Yeah.
the hammer
Pretty
hits,
much
but
norms a lot of that.
it just regenerates.
Oh, that's so sad.
Regenerate all of it, or
If it's only 5 damage, then yeah.
No, it's 8
no, it's
damage
8
because it
damage.
crits.
Oh, it's 8. Oh, I see. Okay. No, then it doesn't regenerate all of it.
yeah, I've kind of got him on DR5.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm
That's
impressed with the fact
what's
that the
gold
Lantern
standard.
Archons have got higher damage reduction than this actual demon.
Lower health,
Unfortunate-
though.
Unfortunately, yeah, much lower health.
Far
Unfortunately,
lower
against
health,
these.
though.
Yeah,
So I've only got 13 hit
At
points.
Spyro's turn, anyway.
he's a chunky boy, and
He's
it
a
is
big
now
boss.
his turn, and he is looking pissed in a major way.
God, I hope
He
this guy doesn't have that scary spell.
he sticks down his spear again, and sort of turns his body as Lizelle is sort of trying to saw through his back leg, and he says, "Will you get out of there?" And he sticks his hand down. Let's see whether that. Yeah. Oof, yeah, that.
He's no
does
longer
hit.
second, by the way.
He is no longer
Stream
second.
him again.
And he slams his hand down, grabs her by the head, and swings her overhead onto you, Sigmund.
Oof.
Okay, all right.
And that is going to deal damage to her. Oh, jeez. Okay, what's her health? This is actually starting to get a bit important. Oh shit. Okay. So Lizelle is just sort of slammed down onto you, Sigmund.
Can I try and dodge to not
and-
get hit, or
You could make. What's the? I had this written down somewhere in case this came up. I'm scrolling through his. Here we go. No, it is actually AC because he's currently using her as a weapon.
okay?
Yeah.
Poor Lizelle.
Okay. That doesn't hit you. So you manage to sidestep as the.
Yeah, I'm not going to defend with the shield on this one. But
Yeah, you probably don't want to defend it. I think you have that much wit to not do that. So she is slammed into the ground, and is prone. Well, no, she's not prone. She's grappled, like Glanvar was. And Sigmund, he is also going to make an attack with his shield towards you.
Not the shield.
Yeah. No, it doesn't hit.
Phew.
Oof.
So it's, the shield comes down, but you with your own.
I'm going
push it
yeah,
out of
my
the
own
way.
shield, like
Yeah. Shield against shield, bam. Okay. Do you guys want to do this round as well? Like
Yeah.
we are at 9 at this point. What do you guys want
It's
to do?
10, actually.
Oh yeah, 10. Sorry.
I can keep going for a bit, but I know that other people have, like, jobs and stuff.
I can keep going for a little bit longer.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do a bit longer. But...
Okay.
Yeah, I'm chill with that.
Then we will definitely at least do this turn still.
Mhm.
This round.
Okay.
Okay, so Pate sort of leans up to you, Tyler, and says, "Okay, good news is I did a good hit with that grenade. Bad news, I am all out of grenades."
Quick, throw your badger at him.
Yeah, I'm probably going to regret this as well, Mon. But are there not anyone else that's got turns to take this time?
You are.
I'm so. Oh wait! Oh shit! No, I'm totally confused. Shit!
The hordes
It's
of
not-
gunmen.
It's
it's
not
not the end of the
Pate's
turn.
turn. It's not Pate's turn at all.
It's Glambar's.
It's Glanvar's, yeah, because it
Yeah.
was Bart's turn. Yeah. I was a bit confused because of you getting involved there. With
Quiet, Pate. It's not your turn.
Yeah.
Talking to free
Shit!
action.
Sorry, Thyra.
It's okay. This once.
Yeah. Okay, Glanvar, it is your turn.
If I stand up, is that going to provoke?
Yes.
Yes.
He does have his
You
hand
could-
You could
on Lizelle.
you can take a 5-foot step and be out of the range.
That is true.
And in the range of those gunmen instead.
A 5-foot step, and I'm going to start shooting arrows at the gunmen.
Don't.
Okay.
Starting
So
with-
Don't.
You're just rolling that.
They're not gunmen, by the way.
The gunmen
so-
are these
Yeah, the
ones.
gunman
Ah,
over here.
With the little powder.
The ones with
Starting with this
fire in their
one.
hands.
All right.
1, 2. I've got 4 shots, and there's 4 gunmen
So
right
these
at
two
the
here,
bottom.
because the smoke is still there. Well, actually, let me see if you can. Okay, you can hit this one, but this one you will get a -4 on because of the smoke.
How long does that take to clear? It's been around for a while.
So I'm on -2 and -6 for the last one. So just take 4 off the fourth shot.
Well, you are still. Well, you've taken a but you've gotten up from prone, right? With your
No,
move
I
action.
can't. If I stand up, I can't do a flurry.
Ah, I see.
Just
Well,
put the
you
ground
are
again.
prone, so you will still take -4 because you are prone. So that is going to
That's
be
a risk I'm willing to take at this juncture, even though
Fair
all I have to do is get one of their attention to shoot me, and I'm
okay.
unconscious. But
Fair
here
enough.
we go. Flurry of bows. So
With the
-2.
twos.
So,
Which one is against? Which one of the 4 is going to be against this?
so number 4, the fourth attack is going to be against the guy on the left,
All right.
because I'm counting it from closest to farthest.
Okay.
So you need to take 4 off the last attack roll.
Okay. I cannot see it yet, though.
I've not hit them yet.
There it is. Of course.
Ah,
Okay.
bollocks.
Uh-oh, that's a crit fail
Okay.
in there.
And that's with the minus. Okay. So no, that's. Oh yeah, that is a crit fail.
So
Shit.
the last
Um,
one's on 17. So attack number
yes.
4 is 17.
Okay. Let's quickly check their ACs. Okay. All of those hit except for the crit fail. And that's 11, 12, and 11. Okay, so yeah, those arrows definitely land. Ah, shit! Oh! This one, however, doesn't. Let's see what would happen with a crit fail. Make a reflex save, please.
Penalties?
None.
Alright, so I've got a +2 on this. I've just added on the roll, so don't add +2.
That's a.
Okay, what am I looking at? 26. Okay.
That's not a
So
reflex though. Is that what we were doing?
yeah. Yeah, it's a reflex save for Glenvar because he rolled a crit fail
That's
on
not
attack.
a reflex roll though.
Oh yeah, it's
It's a standard range
but it's
roll.
with the same bonus, maybe.
Oh, I hit the wrong. Sorry, I hit the
Not
wrong
sure
button.
on it. All right,
Very confused
okay.
there for
To
a
be
moment.
honest, the total would have been 13 anyway.
Right. So it's
So
the
it
same.
really makes no.
Oh
It
yeah,
makes
so it's
no
more
difference.
than this. Yeah. Okay, then that's fair. Okay. Okay, then you as you try to shoot this arrow, it just sort of clings out from your bow, but nothing terrible happens because you've rolled a very good reflex. And then Lizelle's turn. She is still grappled. She is going to try and make an attack with her dagger against the hand to try and get out of that. Let's quickly roll up to grappled. Okay. She's going to make an attack. Doop. Okay, that is not very effective, and she is still grappled, and it doesn't really do any damage. Dave,
Well, she tried.
it's your turn.
So the reduction to his second effect is gone now, right?
Yes, his second effect is
So
gone.
if I scream at him, there's pretty much no chance that I'll get the full effect. So at the moment, Dave's looking at the gun wand that he picked up a while ago, and the cartridges that he has absolutely no idea what's in them. And I do have a -1 to wisdom, so I think he's gonna shoot the gun wand.
Okay.
I can't actually remember where he
That's
picked it
fair.
up, so and
Roll
like I said,
a ranged touch, then, please.
don't know how
Well,
to do that.
Okay, so how many cartridges do you have?
5.
Okay.
Might have got them
Okay.
off those guards in the plague quarter.
Right. Roll a. Where's my fucking. Okay. Here we go. Roll a d10, please.
A d10. A 7.
A 7. Okay. So you fire your wand gun, and out of it comes sort of a white goldish flash. And let me get the effect for this. And you see from your wand.
If I just glitter dusted everyone.
You see indeed a blast of glitter dust.
Oops.
Let's see.
The old classic.
The old
Glitter
classic.
Probably not pink like Polly's
let me
though. I
quickly
don't know what
check.
colour it would be.
Hmm.
Black watercoloured.
It doesn't seem to be like the real glitter dust spell because that one works a bit differently. But this still fires.
Knock off glitter dust.
Yeah, it's knockoff glitter dust.
Could still dazzle him if I'm lucky.
Oof. Okay, so that's that. However, these cartridges aren't very powerful in terms of DC. So I'm afraid that you have just made him more glittery. That's it.
Oh.
Do we get bonuses to hit against him if he's glittery, or I forget?
I'm afraid not.
Okay. There are some spells that do that.
I did nothing.
There are some
Very
spells that
proud
do that, but this is not one of them.
I'm going to quickly double check something on my bard.
Because you
Bard
have to roll the will
abilities.
save. Okay.
Hold on.
Oh.
No, that's not it. 30 feet. Never mind. I continue my body performance. That's it. That's me.
Okay. Very well. Then it is the bishop's turn, between quotation marks. He is still in his chair. He is like having some kind of seizure at this point, just raving on, trying to get out of his chair. Like his hat's on the ground, his hair is just frazzled. He's just weird. The guards. He's bopping. Yeah. This one is going to get up and is going to move to here. This one, as you can see the embers light up, issuing orders. Glanvar, as you are on the ground trying to fire your arrows, you look to the side, and from the smoke you see this guard emerge, going forward, going to make an attack against you with the polearm. So you do get a -4 to AC on that because you are prone.
I need to stand up next round.
You already do.
Yeah.
If you're alive.
This
22.
attack, where are my guard sheets? Here we are. Okay. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Does the guard count as an evil creature? He is kind of possessed.
No,
Piss.
it's not an evil creature.
Also has to be evil summoned, apparently.
With a -4 to your AC, does an 18 hit you?
No.
Oh, thank God.
Nice!
Oh, well, do you have access to dexterity-based AC if you're prone?
Wisdom.
Oh,
Yeah, wisdom. It's a monk thing.
Okay, as long as you're not flat-footed or anything.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It's not flat-footed.
Okay.
Prone doesn't
We haven't used
infer
flat-footed.
that effect.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a -4.
Yeah.
Sorry to say, but we've got to play it by the rules, you know.
I know.
Yeah, you're
I'm
fair.
all for
But he's
rules as written.
Okay, and you hear the embers sort of mumble, "Jesus, doesn't that dwarf ever go down? Shoot him!"
Who's Jesus?
Who's
Oh.
Jesus?
And these two over here are going to make 2 shots towards
Fantasy
you, Glanvar.
Jesus.
And this is going to be against your touch AC, which is probably your normal AC because you don't wear armor.
They also get a -4
Yep.
because he's prone.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is also true.
So 22 again.
Yeah,
Actually, no. Does Does my bonus no? Because it's 20 because I don't get the +2 bonus for protection against touch.
Okay.
Ah.
And
Because it's a +2
That's your
deflection
AC.
bonus to AC.
that's your AC, right? Okay, then they
Pardon?
don't beat that.
The +2 deflection bonus to AC doesn't apply because they're not evil creatures.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter either
Okay.
way.
Glanvar is hanging
So
on by a thread.
these two try to shoot you, Glanvar. They fail.
Holy shit.
These two are going to try to shoot you, Sigmund.
Which two?
And let's see
These
how they
two
do.
here.
When does General
This
Whiskers have his
this
turn?
fails, and wow, this also failed. So
Okay.
these are particularly
I'm
terrible
in
monsters.
double. Well, I'm behind a chair and through smoke. Like, it's not that
Yeah, this
surprising.
is true.
That
and-
could be full cover, you could argue.
Yeah. And these ones are all going to reload
Mm-hmm.
as a move action and are going to also shoot towards you as normal action.
Sure. I am also in cover, I would say. for
Yes,
those.
you are in cover. Okay, so this is 19.
Yeah, that hits. 14 is what you're looking for touch.
Okay, with cover.
Oh, sorry. 18 is what you're looking for.
Okay.
How much are we saying the cover is at -4? Oh, also they're shooting into combat, so it might be more than that.
Yeah, they do have feats for that.
Oh,
right?
okay, cool.
But yeah, it's +4, so that's going to be 18. So that one was 19, 22. So 2 of those hit. This one fails. This one also hits.
Okay.
So 3 of them hit you,
Sure.
and that is going to be a total of 16. As these 3 attacks strike you.
Okay, I am bloodied.
I was real concerned for a second there.
You're still doing better than Glanvar.
And this then General Whiskers is going to make his move to here, and you hear Tim shout, "Now, General Whiskers, your last key points, use them, go!" And he is going to make another shit. I've lost the. Wait, where's the effect? Where are my cool effect sprites?
Says Tim the Rat King.
Yes, says Tim the Rat King. Come on. There we are. As he makes his attack, and these are scattered, and this one is knocked prone, and
They've taken damage already from the
this one is knocked prone. Yeah, that's true. Good point. And this one is actually no. This one is unconscious then as well. So these 2 are unconscious, and the other ones are. This one's barely standing. This one is prone and does not seem very incentivized to change that position. And then, because there's only one left that is still sort of in play, Tim is going to move.
He's gonna hit this guy with a stick.
And he is puts his hand in his pocket. He raises the Nautilus shell from the gift shop
Oh no.
and slams it down. And let's see whether he hits.
It's a +7 dagger.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he hits.
He's a an epic level rogue.
And that's unconscious as well. He has 1 HP left.
Jesus Christ.
Good.
So Tim just shatters this Nautilus shell onto
If
this
only
guy.
Tim had been motivated to get involved with the fight earlier, all of this could have been avoided before we'd even arrived.
All right, Sigmund, I've got it covered here. Take him down.
Sigmund's just looking around, and people are getting the shit kicked out of them. Like, this is a gnarly
Yeah,
as hell.
I'm
this
fine.
one is gnarly as hell.
And he's just looking around, and Sigmund's been pretty calm, and he's been pretty chill. in terms of like going back to relying on his fighter skills. But as he's fighting against this large demon who's also becoming like more and more desperate, I think now's the time. He also like. Okay, here's a line for you. As the oyster cell smashes down on this thing, Sigmund's just like, well, I guess that's tapping on, and I'm gonna tap you off, and then starts raging. Okay, that works better in my head.
Stop flirting with him.
Okay, so time to rage.
Okay.
And that will do various things.
Right. As you remember, since you rage, your armor reacts to this and becomes spiked.
And becomes what? Sorry.
And becomes spiked. Your armor.
Oh, I forgot that it did that.
Yeah, it does that as you rage.
Oh, I thought it just did that in the like the spirit realm.
Oh no, it doesn't.
It does that for real. Okay, dope. Okay, cool.
Because as you rage, the mental connection with your armor becomes sort of more volatile and more explosive. So the armor sort of changes its composition and becomes spiked.
It's only
which is
spiky on
very
the
handy
outside.
against an enemy which happens to like grappling.
Yeah.
Should have done that earlier,
handy.
maybe.
I probably should have done, but Sigmund's been trying to be good. Like,
Yeah,
he's been trying to be
you
good.
guys are doing great.
Yeah. And
I'm
then
proud of you.
I get some extra HP. I get 2 extra HP per hit dice. So that's a. Oh yeah, I'm no longer bloodied. That's quite handy.
Oh, that is quite nice.
It's all temporary hit points, so it could go wrong. But yeah, and my AC is down. So time for a good old fashioned full round attack.
Okay.
No, not flanked. Woody power attack. With no, I think once again he's trying to use old raid. Sigmund's finding like a nice like midpoint of like frothing rage and just like completely like staring this demon down. I'm not going to power attack because the hits are needed.
Okay.
Those +2 to hit, -2 to hit because of dual wielding.
All right.
Dave.
Oh, that's a critical fail.
Oh, dear.
That's not very good.
No. What do you want me to do about that?
Cry.
I am going to need you to.
Start crying.
I'm gonna need you to roll a reflex save.
Ooh,
Not very good.
Great.
That's not very good. As you sort of try and strike, but Barthus, with this big spike in his head, as his sort of golden demon blood is sort of like running into his mouth, he like spits it into your eyes. And because it's demon blood, this stuff is like pretty corrosive and very, very hot. So you are. Let's see whether there's a specific condition for this. You are not blinded, but you are
Dazzled?
basically you're sickened. It's not really sickened, but your eyes are just sort of full of burning demon blood. You get -2 to attack to what's it? Attack. What's fucking sickened do again?
It's attack, damage, and skill checks, wasn't it?
Yeah, attack, damage, skill checks.
Yeah, pretty much.
For 1 round.
Ability checks, all sorts of
Can
shit.
he still make the rest of his attack though?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can.
But with the
Saves, I
negatives.
think.
But with those modifiers still.
Yeah.
So that's a -2
Don't
now.
forget the
so,
bardic performance. In case you were.
Don't forget.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I
true.
wasn't. So
Good, just checking.
so additional damage modifier -2. No, actually that balances out. That's 0. Because I'm not rolling that thing. That was a really bad fail.
Yeah. It's okay. It happens to the best of us.
An unfortunate sequence of events.
Well, the last one were all fails as well, right? So so power attack. 0. Additional hit modifier is now a total of -2. This is the shield,
Okay.
which is a miss and would not have been a miss were it not for that critical fail.
Oh no!
Unfortunate. Okay, so you do.
And I get my last attack. Can I get my last
Oh,
attack
yeah.
with the shield
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Arbello
of course.
rather than the mace? Swap.
Sure. Yeah, if you want.
Um,
That's fine. I don't see any reason why I would deny you that.
okay.
So as you have this,
Nothing.
it's not going to be
so annoying. Oh.
Yeah. So unfortunately, like it seems that like Barthas is really starting to fight dirty as well at this point. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm in
unfortunate
the
business.
I'm in the thing now as well. So I don't.
Yeah. The smoke. Indeed, you have been longer there. 6 fire damage, and I am going to need a fortitude save.
Okay. Okay, 16.
Okay, 16 doesn't save.
Okay, so am I double sickened now?
Yeah, I'm wondering how that works.
Isn't there like a
Is
stage
there a
beyond
worse
it?
version?
Yeah, there is. I know that shaken works like that.
Yeah, it
But
does.
shaken doesn't. It seems.
It's like shaken, stirred.
Yeah, you're double second. You're double second.
Yeah, that's such a bad crit fail. Such a bad
Yeah.
crit fail.
But well, actually, no. This just means that you're also second next because these modifiers were only for this round.
No, okay, all right.
The dice
So this
You
gods
can
means that
become
you're also
nauseated,
second
which
next.
is real rough.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna do that because I feel like the escalation from second to nauseated is too big a step for this. But yeah.
Okay, well, that's my turn. I failed to do something
okay.
twice. 2 times.
Yeah. Okay. So Thyra, paid next to you, sees this guard approach and says, "Oh shit! Okay, Thyra, don't worry. I'll take care of him." And he's gonna
Good,
move out,
thank you.
and he's gonna get into a fight with this guard. And he's gonna make an attack with this weapon. Draw his sword, make an attack. What's his bonus? Okay. No shit. No, that's a fail. He doesn't hit.
A lot of that going around.
So he strikes
Even
out with his
with-
sword. Guard
even
parries
with-
it.
Even with +2?
Oh shit! +2s. No, it does actually
Hey!
hit. Shit.
I'm
Good.
useful.
Good point. Good point. So I think that he is like. So his sword is clattering against this weapon of the guard, this polearm. But as he's inspired by your dance, not your dance, your song,
dance.
he sort of
You're so
ducks
great.
underneath. Yeah, he sort of ducks underneath it, stabs forward, and slashes his sword like over the eyes of this guard, and he's like, "Ah, shit, fuck you!" But he is blinded because Bait has improved Dirty Trick.
Nice.
Thyra, it's your turn.
Okay, Thyra is going to use her. Jack is going to check he's not muted. Okay, jolly good.
Okay.
Thyra is going to use her weapons move action to move over to Glanvar.
Okay.
And then that man is going to be hit by a large hammer.
Very nice.
Ah, shit.
Aw.
Yeah, so the guard just jumps out of the way of that.
Son of a... Right,
Can you
hang on.
make a second attack with that?
No,
No, I have to
it
move
needs a
him.
full round.
I see.
Fucking... Right, hang on.
Okay.
Might have caught his attention at least. He might not, kill Glanvar.
I mean, that's the plan, but...
Glanvar has survived like 3 rounds now on 1 hit point. I'm quite surprised and very
Don't
impressed.
jinx it.
Sorry.
Okay, Thyra's
I'm
going to
touching
cast
wood. I'm
Cool
touching
Light-
wood.
Thyra's going to cast Cool Lightning.
Okay.
Because she has that prepared as well as her spell
Okay,
ability,
very
because
nice.
the weather domain isn't hugely interesting aside from that. Right, okay. So he's going to have to make a reflex save, that same guard.
That same guard. Okay.
Yep.
I assume that there is some like lightning at play here.
You know
I'm
there
just gonna
might
put
be.
that here.
Yeah, that's 11 points of damage, or halved if he makes a save.
Okay, let's see what this save is.
The save is 16. Sorry, I should have established.
Okay, thank you.
16 reflex.
You're welcome.
And he fails.
Hooray!
Good.
Zap.
So this guard is zapped by the lightning, and since they took damage from your lightning earlier, he is unconscious.
Good.
So Glanvar, you see this guard trying to stab you with his polearm, but suddenly from the already broken window, he just gets like just sort of thrown across the floor by the lightning.
He ragdolls.
Yeah, he ragdolls as he's struck by the lightning.
Truly a terrible fate.
Okay.
I'm coming! Thyra yells and runs 20 feet towards Glanvar.
Okay. Then it is Barthas's turn.
Okay.
And he
Is currently maintaining a grapple, I believe.
is currently maintaining a grapple. He is going to let go of that grapple.
Okay.
Yeah. Is letting go of a grapple, what kind of action is that? I don't imagine it takes up a move, does
I
it?
think
I think it might be. I think it's a free action.
Like a swift action or something.
Swift action, yeah. Okay. And he suddenly sort of bends to his knees to look you in the eye, Sigmund, as you see this enormous face suddenly lower down to you.
But his eyes are full of blood, so he can't see anything.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
that's true, but he does it anyway to talk to you. And he says, "You know, Midlander, this is a pretty good fight. I honestly didn't expect you to put up this much. You know, your country, they have, what are they called? The 20 shields. The North has the heel of a queen. And you know what this city has, Midlander? It's got me." And he's going to make a full round.
Okay. I'm raging, so my AC is.
Yeah. Okay. Does a... Okay, so 21, 22, 29.
29 hits.
29 hits. Okay.
29 would have hit me if I wasn't raging as well.
I
so-
see.
so-
Well, I guess he's not using his hands, never mind. I just was wondering what effect the spike...
So he strikes down with his spear twice, but your mithril armor is strong enough to withstand the blows of this
Oh,
evil
was
weapon.
was the shield the one he hit with?
I'm afraid that the shield is a 29.
Okay.
And you take
And-
14 points of damage
Okay.
as you take... It takes all of your effort to block these spear attacks, and the shield just comes out of left and knocks against you. What is your combat maneuver defense? 22, right?
Yeah, well, it's 20. It's less than my AC. So if it hits my AC,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh no, it's 27 actually. Now
Yeah,
it's gone
like-
up. It's gone
Right.
up, presumably because my constitution's gone up. I guess.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So 27. This is a 29. So it's going to be prone, my man,
Okay.
as you are knocked down as this
Is
shield.
it this advanced trip that he's got?
It's something like that.
Okay.
Basically, it's a special feat that he has with his shield that when he makes an attack with it, he can make a free... like, it uses that attack as a trip as well as the normal attack.
Sure. Okay.
And you are not pro.
Mm-hmm.
And that is his action. Brother Glanvar, it's now your turn.
Right, I've had enough of having these -4 penalties.
That's fair.
Glanvar is going to drag his raggedy ass to his feet. And he is going to loose a single shot arrow, because that's all he can do, at this guard.
Okay. Which guard?
This one.
Okay.
He's already knocked out.
Roll
Leave
it.
Alone. Isn't he? Is he knocked out?
No, it's
me?
this
What?
one. Yeah, the middle one.
Pardon? Which one? Sorry, you've lost me now.
Is this the one you're attacking? This
Yes.
one? Yes, I thought. Okay, roll it.
I get my +2.
Yes, you do.
Dave's +2.
Not flanking. No power attack. +2.
Come on. Yes.
Okay, yeah, that
Pretty
hits.
sure that's a hit.
Roll the attack.
On this random ass
The
card.
damage, I mean.
Try not to kill them.
Why is it now I do okay?
You're fighting regular dudes and not a demon.
I guess that's Glanvar's forte, is fighting normal mobs.
Yeah. There you go, an 11. Come on.
And that's my turn. I can't do anything else.
Come on.
Okay,
Oh.
that's solid damage, as it just stabs into sort of the abdomen of this guard. Lizelle is going to, well, just make a full round attack.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 2 attacks from her. That one hits, that one doesn't. And that does some damage. Okay. There we go. Okay. So she just sort of slips down, cuts against like his abdomen, slicing between sort of the plating of the ab plating of his armor. And yeah, Barthas is like drenched in golden blood at this point, just oozing out just flame and smoke. And his head, as you see the spike of coal iron embedded in it, is sort of morphing and twisting, trying to expel it, but it's coal iron, so it can't really do anything against it. Dave, it's your turn.
It's me. I'm going to do basically the only thing I can, which is more screaming. More screaming.
Okay,
Scream.
go
You
ahead.
can move as well, buddy.
Huh? Well, I mean, yeah,
You
I
can
could,
move.
but I don't want to. Because I've basically got complete cover here, from what I remember you
Okay.
saying about
Yeah.
the pew height.
Yes, indeed.
I'm good here. I don't want to break my no damage streak of the day, so roll a fortitude, please. You're probably going to succeed. I'm
Yes.
doing it anyway.
Fort.
Yep.
Yeah, that saves.
He takes half of that.
Okay,
Probably not.
so
because
that's
he
half
takes like
of
1
that.
point of damage, if any.
Yeah.
Ow.
Actually, that 1 point
Kills him.
is enough to, because he just, like, with one hand, he just slams against his head, and he just bellows out, "What is that screaming? Stop it, you disgusting creatures!"
Never.
And Sigmund, you see that his golden blood is starting to literally boil, and the flames in his body are flaring up, and you can see that like the armor on his head starts to break and bursts off, and his head is a sun, basically. It's this incredibly bright flaming light with the stake of cold iron stuck through it. And you can see through the light, you can see like a constantly warping and sort of glitching molten metal skull as it's trying to fight against this cold iron that's embedded in. That certainly looks like a rage.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
And then it is the turn of, the bishop, who is like, he's limp at this point. Like, all of his energy is spent. And then these guards are fucking scrambled. And since they can't really see you anymore, prone, they are going to move like this. And they are going to reload their muskets. That's their turn. This guy's going to move along as well. Over here, it's just a shit show. Like, these guards are unconscious. That guard is pretending to be unconscious. But as you can see that she's sort of trying to lie down, you see the embers buzz up, and she seems to very, very reluctantly still stand up, and you can see that her eyes are like entirely golden. And with extreme effort, she's going to reload her musket. And as she points it towards you, Glanvar, General Whiskas takes her out.
Nice.
Okay.
And Tim is going to move to you and say, and he's going to say, you know, when I said that I didn't have any martial abilities, that's not entirely true. They're just not very combat suited. And you're a monk as well, so this should work. And he puts his finger right between your eyebrows. And you suddenly find yourself in sort of like a tranquil garden. For just a second, you're just standing there along with Tim. And as you come back to this fight, you suddenly feel, yeah, like this guy's nails are very long. It's not very pleasant. But for this moment, you are in this like very tranquil garden, and as you look at Tim, he looks like a lot younger in this strange reality. And could you roll a straight wisdom, please?
Straight wisdom.
Yeah. Go slimy.
Ah, fuck.
Okay, 18. You recognize younger Tim.
Holy shit.
Not from having met him, but from drawings and stuff. Because as a monk, and having sort of trained your monk abilities not in a monastery or something, but rather sort of as you went, at least that's the impression I get from Glanvar, at least.
In prison as he went, you know.
Yeah. You've seen drawings of a particular monk who lived up north, and suddenly it strikes you at this moment that you have heard of a certain Thunderbred Tim. And hey, you remember that he was like a known monk back in the day. And you recognize him in this sort of short past vision as you blink your eyes and you're back in the present looking at weird old Tim. You get 10 temporary hit points.
Yay! I'm not quite dead yet.
Yes. And Tim says, okay, so I'm not as good as I used to be. So those aren't going to last you very long. But it should keep you up at least.
I'm not even sure where I put temporary hit points.
Okay, so these are going to last 2 rounds. So you can just add 10 and then in 2 rounds distract 10.
Yeah, I have mine in brackets at the end.
Yeah, maybe note it down somewhere. Okay, and that's that turn. So we finished this round.
Oh, excuse me.
Basically, like at any point that you guys say maybe we should quit, then I'm fine with that. But if you guys have no qualms, then I will keep going. So you guys have to stop me, okay?
Okay. Or
I
the
feel
fight
like-
finishes, I guess.
Or the fight, yeah.
I
Either this fight ends, or you guys tell me we'd like to quit, and then we'll quit and continue next time.
I feel like if we do keep going until the fight ends, it's going to mean that like any kind of like after RP is going to be kind of like rushed.
So yeah, that's a fair call.
Yeah, let's. I think let's call it because I'm knackered.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fair. Call it.
Yeah, cool.
Call it
Good
I
session.
think, yeah.
Very good
Okay,
session.
yep. Good session, guys. You're
Good
in this
session,
fight.
man.
Barthus is raging. His helmet has exploded. He is just going
He
on.
is presumably less than a health point.
Yeah, like he's presumably below a quarter of his health at this point.
Yeah.
Well, actually, like I could tell you guys, he is.
Yeah, you've
because
already told us
You've
that.
done heal checks, so I have told you that. So he is below a quarter at this point. But yeah,
All right.
fight's going on.
What's going on? Should we say goodbye to the
Alright,
stream?
Fight's going on.
I mean, like I said, I can go a bit longer, but I'd rather not go past 11 if I'm honest.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're all
No,
calling
that's
it.
fair. That's totally
Don't
fair.
So,
Okay. So yeah,
we'll be
guys.
back next week.
See ya.
Next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.